Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello. Hi. Y'all, I started waitressing again,
How's that
and I
going for you?
forgot how mentally and physically taxing
I would imagine, yeah.
thing is. Oh,
The food industry is a job I never ever considered taking because I knew I would not be able to handle it.
it it's the worst. Like, unfortunately, it's something that you can do really easily if you're like in between stuff, obviously, like I am. So I was like, shit, I need money. I'll just fucking serve again.
Hello,
And I'm
hello.
hello, and I'm good at it. It just like my bath and body hurts.
I
You
bet.
know? Everything hurts.
Something Bath and Body Works is all I heard. What's
Bath
going
I said bath and body hurt.
on?
Oh,
Bow, 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 bow.
What's everyone's build in Oblivion remaster currently?
I haven't played it.
The only valid build for Oblivion, which is big sword, big armor, restoration, just spam right trigger over and over again.
I've played it a little bit on PS5, but I'm gonna wait until I have money to buy it on
Game Pass.
PC.
Game Pass. It's on Game Pass for $10.
I'm fine paying the 50.
Mm.
But I put it to master difficulty because I was like, let's try it out. It's brutal. Meanwhile, and it's funny because my roommate's been playing it like nonstop. And he came home while I was in the tutorial, and he watched me die like 5 times plus to the Goblin Shaman, and he's like, "Can I see your build?" Because he thought I was playing on normal difficulty at this point, and so he's like, "What's your build?" He's like, "Your stats are fine. What weapon are you using?" I'm like, "I'm using this weapon," and he's just like, he's just very confused. Like I could hear the "oh no." My roommate's a piece of shit at this game.
Oh no, you just suck.
Yeah, he's like, he just sucks. And he's like,
Oh,
but
no,
then he
he's
asks,
bad.
but then he finally asks, he's like, what difficulty are you on? And I'm like, master difficulty. And he's like, oh, this makes a lot more sense now.
Big sigh of relief. Oh, my roommate is not incompetent. Good.
Dude, I do think it's funny that in Oblivion, I mean, it was the case in Skyrim too, but especially in Oblivion, it's literally the difficulty slider is just like 5x health or 10x health. Which one do you want? Like, choose how much health you want your opponents to have.
I heard even from adept to expert is insane.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Do you want me to stream it from my computer? I can do that if you like.
I don't know what's going on, but my Discord just hates Roll20. I really appreciate it, man.
Stream applications queen. This one. Do you want me to share our application audio so the stream can hear it?
I have the audio playing on another tab.
Okay. There you go. Live chat. And then I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick while you guys are doing the recap. I took good notes. I know where we are.
We should do like the iCarly intro, you know? You guys ever watch iCarly? Alright.
Yeah.
Pray tell, what is
iCarly,
the
I'm
iCarly
Sam.
intro?
They just do like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then like Miranda Cosgrove like sings a song. But
I ain't singing. If you want a song, you can go on ahead, but I ain't singing.
no, I'm okay. I'm okay.
We need to come up with a sea shanty for our group, though.
Mm.
I'm not good at that either. Y'all had a
I've been
good
listening to a lot
couple
of it.
weeks.
Yeah, they've been pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm okay. Working a lot. Ah,
Relatable.
so tired.
Did he say how long he was gonna take, or did he say to go on and recap, or?
He's
He
in the
said-
call, Jotty.
He's what? He
Oh,
said
you're
to go on with the recap.
That's what
He's
I was
gonna get it.
asking.
Oh, my bad.
No, we can go ahead. He said he took good notes.
So,
There we
I believe him.
welcome back. We return to our party, Fearless Pirates. Last session, they went through an underwater dungeon and encountered a lot of strange undead and a giant shark that they decided to befriend and make their comrade for its life. We'll see how that goes. They next stopped on the eastern continent and found another abandoned dungeon. They have only gone to one room where they found some mysterious text. It was... there were a couple pages, thankfully preserved. Whether intentional or unintentional, they don't know. But they were just hearing these odd whispers in the backs of their minds as these ghastly things appeared. And I would like to know, what is everyone's reaction to this? Because this doesn't look like a ghost, doesn't look like a wraith, doesn't look like a specter, doesn't look like any creature you normally would know about. Though apparently Critical Role has used it, so I'm a little upset that I didn't know that.
Well, you got like hundreds of hours of content to go through, so.
Yeah, I'm not starting now. I'll just accept that they did a good job and that I will never beat Matt Mercer in narrative and voice acting, and we'll go from there.
Do your own thing.
I'm doing my own thing. I'm doing my own thing. And I have a single viewer to show for it.
I think Citrine is a little caught off guard and a little bit not confused, but she's not extremely alarmed because of the reason that they are in this specific room.
Yeah, I'd say Desmond is quite a bit taken aback, as he would definitely expect more of like some evil cultists to show up as compared to whatever the hell these things are. So he's definitely quite on edge.
Yeah, I mean, considering we just read a book about, like, human sacrifice, essentially, and wanting to be eternally dead, or alive, I guess, Octavius would be great axe in hand as soon as possible. Like, basically just flings the book onto the table, because I picked it up to read it, and then heard the whisper of me saying to... Because what did it say? What did it want me to do? When it whispered into my ear that I had to make a saving throw for?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna read that. I thought you were asking what the book said. I haven't read it.
Oh. You made the save, so you didn't decipher exactly what it was trying to tell you.
Oh, I thought you said you whispered something and then said make a wisdom saving throw. Like something about my friends. Like, are they really friends?
Oh, that. My bad. Yeah. It was trying to deceive you, is all. Just like trying to get you to attack your buddies.
Then yeah, I'm swinging at the thing. If it's trying to get me to attack it,
Alrighty, let's roll initiative. Get rid of that, and then roll initiative.
Betrayed. I think this is the first time. Haven't I been rolling like crazy initiatives this whole campaign though? I'm getting like 20s pretty routinely.
All right. So, first up is going to be Desmond. Not to my surprise, really.
Alright. So, now that we're in level 4, Desmond is going to reach for the very conspicuous wrapped up object that he's had on his back for this entire time. I think it's only been mentioned once, but he's had
I
this
think
sort
so.
of wrapped up equipment on his back that he's always kept on him. He's going to reach for it and pretty much just sort of flourish it out of the wrappings, and he's going to reveal this very elegant, very noble double-bladed scimitar and say,
Ooh.
"Well, I suppose now's as good a time as any to see if I've got what it takes to use this thing." And he's just going to immediately run over with it and start attacking.
So anyway, I started slashing.
Nice. Wait, so double-sided scimitar is it like a dual blade? Like, is it like you hold it
Yeah,
in
it's
the
like
middle?
yeah,
Sick.
it's almost sort of like I almost sort of imagine it like a
A
double-sided
warblade.
lightsaber, except it's not as flourishy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like a
Klingon-
warglaive. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. One
Klingons
time.
have
Yeah,
weapons
they're
like
like
this.
the warglaives of Azna. All right,
Yeah, the OGs.
let's attack. Bad
9.
first attack.
That's unfortunate.
And then I get a special bonus action attack with it. An 8.
Oh
That
no.
is also unfortunate.
Alright.
The
So
dice
you
tell
are.
a story.
Yeah, I'd like you to say what happened here because you had a bit of confidence, but also caution. So what does it look like as you unfortunately miss twice with your attacks?
Yeah, I think it's getting. Desmond has been sort of secretly training with it at night, but he's a bit unsure of how to swing at something like this that's very immaterial. So he's sort of getting used to the weight as he's like swinging it around, brandishes it to the right after like a left swing, misses on the right swing. This thing is sort of moving around.
Okay. So, Citrine, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I am going to Eldritch Blast.
Are you going to
Eldritch
stay where you
Blast.
are?
Yes.
Okay.
He's asking that because you'd have disadvantage.
Never mind.
I'm asking that because consistently she's been in melee range and not moved out of melee range to attack.
I think
At
this is just a
range.
character flaw that she's
What do you
embraced. She's just embraced it.
What do you mean? You know, I'll back up.
Okay.
Oh. I'll back up this one time. I'll back up
I'm just.
this one time. I can't promise that I'll back up next time.
What would Citrine do?
And I'll shoot the one in front of the table.
They're both in front of the
me.
table.
Okay. With my
The
trackpad,
left.
I can't pin very well. Yeah, that one. Good. Just
All
blame
right.
the trackpad, okay? A 10.
A 10 will unfortunately miss.
Well,
It's hard to gauge what is and is not this creature's body. What you think you're aiming at ends up just being shards of fabric that part.
okay. And then her final little thing, she's just gonna think a thought of, do you want me to kill these things in this room you told me to go to? And then stop right there.
Let me send you a response.
Okay, cool.
All right, next up is Iramin.
Okay, I was trying to figure out why my dice were being long, because remember I was doing 1d6 with unarmed. I cannot figure it out. Even when I set a custom action, I set it to unarmed. It is making me do 1d6. So if I roll for damage, it's just -2, I guess. The...
Or you could just manually.
Yeah, roll 1d4, then add 3. That's true. Bonus action, gonna wild shape, go dog mode. I think that's the last one. No, that's the first time using it.
Shoot.
Um,
And whoop.
Yep, I'm just gonna run over my compatriot here. Zero regard for Citrine's well-being. And just kind of place myself in striking distance of both of them, so that way I can maintain control of the space. And I guess I'll just pile onto the one that they're attacking, and go for a bite attack here.
All right.
So this is a what to hit? It's 5. 24 hit.
24 will connect.
Okay, so it's going to take this much damage. Damn, high roll.
Jesus.
Also on top of that, Jotty, I have advantage because they are within combat with another teammate. Let's see if I crit. No crit.
Question.
And I need it to make a
Question, really quick. Is your wild shape attacks considered magical?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
I also needed to make a strength saving throw, or it will be knocked prone.
It is immune to prone.
Okay. And I will. I already used my bonus action because I had a wild shape. That is it. That's all I will do.
All right. And then Octavius.
It's their turn. As far as I'm aware, based on what you rolled, because they have a higher dex than mine, based on what you rolled.
How do you know that?
It says +3 to when you rolled. It says rolling 1d20 +3 dex.
Oh, right. Well, that's only when you hover over it. It still rolled just a 6. If you'd like to go after, that's fine, but...
Do you want to do like dex-based tiebreaker things, or?
I was just going off of players go before enemies.
Okay. I would like to rage.
Okay.
I become big boy with
You
my
do
friend,
become big boy.
and
Hope y'all aren't claustrophobic.
this room just got really cramped all of a sudden.
It
Is it hot
did.
in here? Or is it just me?
Just
No, you're literally on fire.
yeah, you're literally on fire. You're like, thanks, guys. And you're like, no, like, take some water. So rage. And I am going to recklessly attack. And attempt to use Great Weapon Master. Against the one that is right here.
Okay.
Let me just double check, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Okay. I have everything clicked. Reckless, poop. 9 total.
9 total. That is unfortunately going to miss.
Cool. Alright, that's my turn.
All right. This Olip that you have been all ganging up on begins to howl. It's a very unearthly eldritch sound, and I need all 4 of you to make a wisdom save. That is
natural
unfortunate.
1, chat. The one roll, I'm good.
Give me
Damn.
a 21, chat. 21.
21.
Yeah.
So hang on, is that a 3 or an 18?
It's a 3.
It's a 3.
Mhm.
That is
Oh, come on, guys. Guys.
Are you guys ready for MMA? We're about to beat the shit out of each other. Here it comes.
Did I?
Well, it depends on who's attacking who.
So, good news to Citrine, you take half the damage. You... Okay, so 3 of you are taking 12 psychic damage. And
I will
one of
use-
you is taking 6.
I will use my reaction to use Stone's Endurance to try to shrug off some of it. And take 0. This shit's so overpowered at level 1. Well, low levels. I take nuns.
Alright, I want the 3 of you that failed to make a con save. Do. So, Iramin and Octavius, you feel this psychic energy seize your mind and you are stunned.
Damn. Uh-oh. It's fine. We're the punching bags of the group is the point. That's why we have massive health pools, you know? Whatever.
The other one.
I already had close to half health at the start of this.
Mm.
The other one is going to float up behind Octavius and attempt to touch him.
And it has advantage
Oh, no.
because I recklessly attacked
No
it.
touch. Bad
It has
touch.
advantage on. It has
What's an op-
advantage on the touching.
It has
Yeah.
super advantage.
Doesn't it have auto hit because you're stunned?
Yep, knew it.
Oh my god.
I'm out.
I
you should
apologize.
Oh no.
I am so sorry.
Do we just
That is gonna be.
do we just cut and run?
Hey guys, another important detail. Nope, I can't. I just want to remind everybody, I did tell you this before in the last session. I have no spell slots left to heal, so if he's dead, he's dead. There's nothing I can do.
Hang on. What did you guys use your spell slots on?
I revived fucking Citrine twice.
No,
Yes, that was in the
this
last
is a-
dungeon.
This,
You
this
guys-
is a different day.
Yeah, you guys
This is
should
a
have
different
been.
day.
You guys should have been at full
But
health
I was
after a
still
long
half health,
rest.
but by getting fucking like triple fisted by those little hands,
Oh, I forgot about the
I-
hands. That's right.
I
Oh,
got
that's
knocked
right.
down.
Yeah.
I took like 16 damage from those things because they rolled max damage every time they freaking hit me.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
forgot
do
about
have
that
spell
one.
slots. So we're so fine, chat. We're so dead.
We're so okay.
I just have to not get stunned, drop concentration, cast it, go back into wild shape.
All in a day's work.
But you are stunned.
Yeah, so you guys have to figure it out.
So
Oh wait, no. I am alive. Actually,
you
I'm a
are
half-orc.
alive.
I'm a half
Funny.
orc because I have relentless endurance. When I am reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, I can drop to 1 HP instead. You can't use this feature again until you finish long rest. Okay, I have at least 1 hit point. But I'm still stunned.
So it's at this point in time you all hear whispers in your heads. Why are you here? What are you doing?
Oh.
Bark, bark, woof.
I'll attempt to talk back. We're just here to collect something and then leave.
You mean no harm.
No, we do not mean any harm. If you could unstun my friends, that would be great.
Give me persuasion or deception.
Warlock moment,
Pers-
charisma caster.
Persuasion. A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Mhm.
The three of you that were stunned are unstunned. And the voice and the whispers continue. There is forbidden knowledge here. Why would you delve for treasures in a forbidden place?
Because we were told to.
Who?
Our boss.
And, you see them look to each other, and one of them says, Surely they do not mean the Supreme One. They are of no harm. Leave them. And they vanish.
Okay, bye. Good talk. Man, where would y'all be without me?
He just Ehrman just growls at you and then walks away. Because you have to remember, I heard none of that. You're speaking in your mind, so I'm just like.
Oh.
Were you speaking in your
Good
mind,
job.
or did you say that out
or were you
loud?
speaking out loud?
Oh. All of that before was in my mind to them, to
Ah,
the
okay.
little guys, and then I just said out loud, "Man, where would y'all be without me?"
Yeah, he just growls and walks away.
Wait, no, I solved it. I did it. I made them go away.
Wait, no, wait, you didn't hear it, but I did it. You didn't hear it, but I did it.
Desmond, you believe me, right?
Desmond just ignores you and moves over to Octavius and says, Oi, Octavius, you alright? You look like you almost died there, mate. I mean, I don't even know how you shrugged that off.
Daddy, I'm just gonna hang out and be Cerberus at the gates of hell while they're doing that.
I'm gonna be honest. My fucking head hurts so much.
Yeah, maybe you ought to drop that tension you're holding in and take a break. Maybe we ought to talk to Ehrman and see what he can do to fix you up.
It's like when that thing touched me, like. Also, can you shrink me down back to size?
Oh, my bad. Whoop. That's too small.
That's too small.
Oh my god.
Man, you're really not looking. You're really not looking good, mate. I think you lost a lot of muscle mass there. They touched you in a really strange way there.
It's like after Luffy uses Gear 3 for the first time, just turns really small. I think we should probably leave while we have a chance.
Well, what do you said you were talking to him and saved us, Citrine. What did they say to you?
Oh, you believe me now? You're grateful now?
Oh, I'm just asking you a question. I'm not trying to be awesome to you.
So either they were really nice or she did something. I'm inclined.
No, they were actually
inclined
pretty
to
nice.
think
Inclined to think what?
that you did something.
I didn't do anything. I just talked to them. We had a nice chat.
Can you
So
tell
you
us
did
what
do.
they said?
You just said. So
Yes.
you did do something.
Well, anyway,
Thank you.
you're welcome. They asked what we were doing here. They said that there's forbidden knowledge here and why we would be here. And I said that we were on orders to be here. And if they could unstun you guys, that would be wonderful. And then they said something about that we're not with some supreme leader and that we are harmless.
So they didn't say for us to leave.
That is correct.
No, they did not tell us to leave.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've learned one thing, and that's no matter what, if you've got a mission, you ought to finish it. And considering, as you said, we weren't told to leave, I think as long as Yeoman can fix Octavius here up, I think we're good to stay for a bit longer at least.
Well,
You're not worried about
short
this
rest.
forbidden knowledge or supreme leader thing?
No, honestly, it scares the hell out of me, but as I've said, when you've got a mission, you've got a mission.
Okay.
Oh, Yeoman!
Jotty, while they're doing this, as I'm sitting as Cerberus, the
What
gates
the
of hell here,
fuck is that?
My
I'm
hit
going
dice.
to, can I just like take some time since I'm now in my wolf form and my senses are enhanced to listen out and smell the air and see if anything specific stands out to me is like concerning. Like, do I smell a ton of sulfur, blood?
You smell a
Like-
ton of blood.
Ton of blood. Okay. Is there a specific direction I can smell it coming from?
Yes, south.
Okay. I will take note of this because I know they're about to come fucking bug me. So he's just curled in a little ball like a dog, but it's a 20-foot tall dog, so it's a big ball. Just keep one ear up.
Oh,
So-
Citrine, before we short rest, you got any spells you can use?
This is not metagaming.
No,
just knowledge.
absolutely not.
Oh, I've been
Um,
paying attention. I know your
no.
I know your powers seem to come back after a time.
Would you like me to hurt you?
No.
Well, then you're out of luck.
But we are trying to take a short rest, right? Everyone. I mean,
How long are you ruling the short rest are, Jotty?
At least
We're doing
15
an hour?
minutes of very minimal
okay.
activity.
Because technically, Wild Shape's wonky, but technically I used the animals hit dice. I didn't even get hit, but just for future reference, if it's only 15 minutes, I'm only a wolf for an hour. But if we rest for 15 minutes, I would use the animals hit dice instead of my own.
Okay.
I just have to remind myself to do that because I never forget.
Okay. For future combat encounters, for this session, would you like to keep this initiative or re-roll every battle?
let's keep this initiative.
I'm sure you had. I'm sure you
Well,
would
yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, I feel like our rolls are average. I'm okay with
don't
keeping it
care.
as is, to be honest.
Okay. So, you rest up, you lick your wounds, so to speak, figuratively and literally, I'm sure. All right. The whispering that you heard earlier has completely gone away.
I'm gonna like pretend every so often, like every 15-20 minutes or so, I'm gonna pretend to whisper in people's minds just for fun.
What an asshole.
I need a ring of mind shielding.
I mean, is there like a voice when you whisper in people's heads?
I think it's my voice, but she'll try to be all like.
I mean, when someone whispers, it's hard to tell who that voice belongs to. It's a whisper.
She's gonna-
It's just air.
She's gonna try to be creepy and quiet, and just every so often to different ones of you, just to kind of keep you on your toes.
I love that. All right, so I want to know, how would you guys react to that? Just hearing the whisper again out of nowhere, just like.
Well, I would imagine since it's already happened a couple times, I've already established that when Citrine does the whisper thing, it does it in the prefrontal cortex, where your own thoughts process. So, which is why I thought it was annoying. But how the other ones whispered, I imagine it's like just like a full thrum, like trying to like assault you, like mentally.
Desmond, Iramin?
So I kind of just figure it's her.
He would start growling at walls, I think. Because he's trying to communicate the best he can. But I can't. So, yeah, he would just kind of get on guard and both ears would go up.
Just like the
Yeah.
freaking the cats that meow at absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond would be a bit too focused to really care too much.
Alrighty.
Just looking out for if they're gonna emerge again.
So,
Citrine's kind of giggling when she sees like Iramin's kind of ears go. She's just like kind of giggling.
You're
so
lucky he's not smart enough to figure it out or he would murder you.
So, Iramin, as a wolf, you have honed senses, specifically smell.
Yeah.
And like I said, you smell a ton of blood. Are you trying to put effort to decipher more things?
Yeah, like just general. I don't think Irman would have enough experience in the world, especially with these abilities being rather new to him, to be able to like precisely identify like, oh, that's iron. That's exactly
Right.
6 rooms away. It's just like a general like, if there's a shit ton of sulfur, he would probably know something was gonna fucking blow up. Or if there's fresh blood versus old blood, he might be able to identify the difference between the two. Or corpses, he would be very, very good at smelling, I would think.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Good to know. So, overwhelming pretty much everything, and the other three of you smell this as well, is a ton of blood coming from the south. Iramin, you can kind of tell that it's old blood. It is not fresh. However, you do smell decay that you normally associate with corpses.
Okay. I think knowing that he would try to take the lead, although I'm probably just gonna have to drop Wolf for him because I'm not gonna fit. He's fucking always. Yeah. I'm just gonna. Well, we took a short rest, so technically my wild shapes come back, so I would just drop it. And I would approach the group and let them know.
All right. Iramin the man
Hey.
approaches the group.
Hey, so there's some smells coming from down the corridor. I'm sure y'all can smell it. Fucking stinks in here. Trust me, as a wolf, it's 9,000 times worse. Also, y'all hearing them whispers? I keep getting whispers in my head. They're fucking with me. I swear to God. It's like,
Every once in a while,
Yeah, I hear them too.
All right. Well, there's a ton of bodies down way, and I think that it's old corpses. But regardless, the amount that I'm getting through my nostrils and wolf form there was rather unpleasant for a little bit. So I suggest we proceed with caution, because whatever is here is a fucking meat grinder. When I think they're talking about sacrifices or whatever you were saying, I think the number is much higher than we initially anticipated. I don't think we're talking 5 here. I think we're well in the double digits, perhaps. So, let's proceed with caution, shall we? I think I can identify the way it was. Anybody else got anything you need to do before we go? How are you holding up, big fella?
Well, thankfully, a quick rest, I'm back on my feet, but if we come across things like that again, we gotta get out of here.
Right.
If those things didn't leave us alone, I think we were out of our element.
Yeah, I reckon we ought to go about this quickly. Try to get out of here as soon as possible.
How about little
Stealth.
insurance policy in case? Because I don't think anybody got potions in this group, or no, I don't think so. We ain't time to buy them, do we?
No.
Okay.
We have all
well,
this money and we can't spend it.
insurance policy. Here I'm gonna hold out a handful of good berries and give 2 to each. I mean, worst case scenario, shove it down their throat. Maybe it'll bring them back up. No promises. They're not going to work after 24 hours, but it's something. Because as it stands right now, if my ass goes down, everybody's dead. So we're not doing that. Keep those on you. Somebody's on the floor, starting to struggle to breathe, gasping on blood. Shove a berry in. Pray it works. No guarantees it will. Worked on Bruce, but we'll figure that out in due time. South is the way we should head if we want to see what that funky smell is. I'm not so keen on leading without being in my proper combat attire, as it were. So,
Alrighty.
All right, I'll poke the bear with the stick.
All right. So this chamber, judging by its appearance, appears to be a central hub of sorts. You see two large cisterns filled with blood, two exits on either side of the room.
Yuck.
Hmm.
I reckon this is where you got that blood smell.
do I know if it's farther, Jotty? Is this enough blood to trigger my olfactory?
Oh, this is absolutely where the blood is coming from.
Okay.
Not the corpses, though.
Gotcha.
Wow.
It is, in fact, where the blood came from, but I have concerns for the source of said blood. It doesn't just come out of the walls.
I mean, is it just standing blood? There's no...
Yes.
Okay.
Can I peer into one of the pools of blood, Jotty?
You see a very murky blood reflection of yourself.
What's this purpley thingy?
That is a very large purple torch.
Citrine, it's actually not blood, it's wine. You should have a cup. It's really good. I just drank it.
Yeah, maybe later. Good try.
Damn, I really put my all into that one.
I can tell. Does the torch say anything or
No.
anything? Okay. Well, left or right?
Which way was the
I'm-
corpses, Jotty? Is it also south?
Corpses? To the right.
We want to find the bodies. We go right.
Do you
Wanna
want
explore-
to find the bodies?
That's the good question for the group. Do we want to find the bodies? Because, I mean,
mean,
could be a pit
How
or
about
something.
this, Human? Can you smell paper? I think that's what we're looking for, not corpses. We're looking for
Alright.
books or something.
Fuck it, I can certainly try. I'm gonna shapeshift again, and then maybe ask for a sample of paper. Do we have one of the pages from one of the other books that I can smell? Because maybe they're similar. I don't know, man. Something.
I mean,
I got two charges for wild shape. Why not use it, right?
How's about we just go back over to that other book? I mean, they left us alone while we were still in that room. I don't think we'd have any trouble going back over there.
Bark. Woof. Growl, nod.
I'm
Move
guessing
back
that's
over,
what we
move
do.
back, move back over to the other room.
So the paper smell. Again, it is hard to sift through the ton of blood. But you think you can smell something further south beyond this chamber down here.
Keeping it again, sorry. Just,
Down here.
Okay. Farther south.
Farther south than that. Perhaps.
The purple thing was what? Just a fire?
Yeah, just a fire.
Okay.
An eternal
Is fire like-
flame.
Does it look magical or functional, or is it like? Does it look like something I would have ever seen, or Aaron would have ever seen, or no?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm great at these guys. Don't worry. How about an 8?
An 8?
Fire hot.
Shit, that fire's magic.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Oops, that is not what I meant to do.
well, I guess we're
Spoilers.
going to the right.
Jump scare.
I'm gonna
Oh,
sniff
no,
the
it's
fire,
still too
Johnny, and
painful.
burn my nose.
We're going to the corpses, I'm sure.
All right, you sniff the fire, and it sends a purple spark onto your nose.
Mm.
Doesn't hurt.
He winces, backs up. Out
You
of fear,
do know.
'cause he's
You
a
do
wolf.
notice. You do notice being that close to it. The fire does not put out any heat.
Mm. Okay. Can I dip a paw into it? See what happens.
You dip a paw in it, and you feel your intelligence and wisdom go into your animal form. Correct?
Yes. Yeah, I retain my. Only physical stats change, so my strength, dexterity, and constitution change, but my intelligence, wisdom, and charisma stay the same. I have
Okay.
int of 10, wisdom of 17, and charisma of 10.
What are your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores?
10 for intelligence, 17 for wisdom, and 10 for charisma.
Okay, that's what I needed. You feel as though you are touching two humanoids at the same time with one hand. And they seem to be awaiting commands.
Can I, in my dog mind, I can't speak the word, but I can think in my language still. Can I think the word book and see what happens?
Nothing happens. There's no response whatsoever from these humanoids either. It's fair to assume, given your high wisdom, that you must speak out loud.
I'm going to wrap around this way, and I'm going to, with my giant dog head, just start nudging Citrine towards the fire. Just like,
Whoa.
moving her over and over again towards the fire.
What's up, dog boy?
What up,
And
dog?
then I'm gonna
I'll
keep
speak in your
gesturing towards her.
mind. I'll say in your mind, what the hell do you think you're doing?
And then I'm gonna do the like I'm a hunting dog, point with one leg back at the fire.
Just
Doug.
because I'm made of fire doesn't mean I need to touch every fire.
I'm gonna go and shove my face in the fire and then pull it back out, show that I'm fine.
Huh. Interesting. I'll put my hand in it.
All right. Again, you realize this is putting out no heat whatsoever. And what is your charisma score exactly? Because I know that's your highest stat.
My charisma score is an 18.
18. So you
This is
feel
where we-
just like I told him, you feel like you are touching two humanoids at the same time with one hand. It's a very odd feeling. And you feel like they are awaiting some sort of command.
With me being a fire person, can
Mhm.
I try to manipulate the fire and kind of draw it out or move it around?
Are you normally able to do that?
I mean, I can produce flame at will.
Right.
Just gonna kind of try to mess with it.
You know what? Give me a spell attack roll.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Crit.
A 19.
19. You, again, it is the strangest thing because it's a purple flame for one, and two, it's not putting out any sort of heat.
Mm-hmm.
And three, you feel these dual presences.
Mm-hmm.
As you connect with the flame itself, you do find you are able to play with it just a bit. You can't bring it. The further you bring it from its source, the dimmer it glows. So you have to keep it near. But you do have this ability to just mindlessly twirl it, mold it.
Twirl it. and I'll say out loud, "Hmm. Are you my friends from the room up north? Is that you I'm feeling?"
You feel this not a conscious thought, not saying the word no, but this feeling of no.
Mm-mm. Hmm. Oh, new friends. Where are you? Can you come here? Are you friendly?
When you say that, the pools of blood begin to churn and boil. And two
Oh.
suits of armor, held together by this red, fiery energy, materialize. They turn to look at you, awaiting more.
Hello, friends. Do you speak?
No.
Mm. Are you friendly?
They each pull out a longsword from a scabbard and hold it aloft.
Ah, noted, noted. Hmm. We're looking for a book, some books here. Could you take us to where some books might be?
They both point in the direction you just came from, indicating the book on the altar, and then they resume their held sword position.
Ah. Are there any other papers here that aren't the book in the north?
They do not move.
Hmm. Okay. Um. Huh. Hey guys, do you like my new friends?
They're quite disturbing, but that seems par for the course for
They can hear
your
you.
friends.
Rude.
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they don't react to you.
I'm just gonna go up to one and start aggressively sniffing.
Oh. Please let the dog sniff you. He's harmless.
I swear he doesn't bite.
My dog don't bite.
It's fucking 20 feet tall.
If you
He
smell,
doesn't bite it.
Hey, to be fair, there. I don't know how many of you have met Dalmatians, but they love to smile and like bare their teeth.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
But they're
Yeah.
nice.
Yes. And like Rottweilers like have like a growl, but they're not growling.
Mm-hmm.
They're just happy.
okay. So Iramin, if you go up to smell these, they don't smell of blood. They smell of pure metal.
Interesting. I will back away
Mm.
and await
Well.
somebody to make the judgment call. Because I can't speak.
New friends. Can you stand guard at the base of these northern stairs? Make sure nobody comes to bother us. Could you do that for me?
Right? They step out of the the pools, and they take up positions at the stairway and stand at the ready.
Thank you. And I'll like withdraw my hand from the flame.
They attack.
I'm waiting for it. I got them away from me first.
Hey, good.
All right, you take your hand out of the flame, and they continue with this command.
Ah. Okay. Well. Cool. Great. So anyway, to the right?
Wolf
Uh,
Suppose so.
Do we want to take a peek up? Do
Pikachu?
we want to take a peek through the left door first before making any decision?
Oh, you want to go in the non-corpse door?
I mean, we can go. I'm fine going through the right, but like just taking a peek through the left
No.
never hurt.
I
Sure.
mean, why don't we take a peek through the right first then?
I mean, that's fair. I'll take a. I'll, take a peek. I have danger sense, so if the door is trapped, I have advantage on any traps. So I am going to, open the door.
Go for it.
Oh my God! There's flesh creatures behind the door. Oh!
3 pits have been carved into the ground with grates covering them, and the smell of blood mixed with some other fluid wafts from them. Hanging above the pits, hooks piercing their wrists and necks, are 3 abominations of human flesh sewn together in a macabre display. The 3 figures do not move, but they appear to be breathing. There is a long shelf to one side of the room, over here, containing various bottles of different sizes full of a collection of liquids.
I just take like a little.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna make any jokes. But just know, hello,
Kitten!
fellas, but just know I'm thinking. Just know I'm thinking them. I'm thinking jokes, but I'm not making them.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh, thankfully these things are caged, but
They're not caged.
oh, I thought you said they're in a cage.
No, they're
suspended.
they're suspended above a grate.
Oh, okay. This is rather disturbing.
What do you see in there, bud?
Hanging corpses. Are they like speaking, or are they like?
No. They are.
Oh, they just
they're
look like
breathing.
corpses?
They're breathing.
Oh, they're breathing. Oh.
If you do look close at their mouths,
Yeah. I'm looking at them.
so if you do look close at their mouths, they are attempting to make some kind of noise, but the hook pierced in their throat seems to be preventing it.
Ooh. That doesn't seem...
Jody, I would like to think that as soon as Yerman sees this, he's gonna drop wolf form, and I would like to attempt to walk past the guards to go outside. And if they block me, tell them to allow me to pass and allow me to come back in, because I would like to go gather a bunch of firewood.
So these do not move at your command.
They're like a listener. Okay. I'll
There-
rejoin the group then.
There
Um,
is some
I
fire
would-
here.
Yeah, that.
Um,
But I would remind you, those do not put off heat.
Yeah, no.
Well, I
Uh,
meant there's
he was-
purple flames yeah.
He was gonna light his own fire through Druidcraft to, spoiler alert, burn this whole place down. Because
I can also light fires.
So, yeah.
So,
He'll do that
Mm.
after me.
And sorry, what did you say was on this?
A lot of different
Display.
bottles, different sizes, different liquids.
Any of them look particularly interesting?
what do you mean by that?
Any
100%.
note- any-
100%. All of them look interesting.
Okay.
Of every kind.
There are
What do they?
okay. There are 4 red liquids. There's a green, blue, purple, yellow, brown, and clear.
All the bodily
I mean,
secretions, guys.
these
take
are
it back.
these are all beneficial magic potions, guys. 100%.
Absolutely.
I think you should take one and drink it immediately and see what happens.
I mean, I don't have to just drink it instantly. I can just like smell it.
Oh, look, they have a syphilis potion here. Wow.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh
I'll-
gosh.
I'll-
Just drink it. Boom. AIDS.
of one yeah of one of the red ones, I'll pop the cork and like just like I don't know, smell it.
So 3 of them smell like a standard. You've drunk healing potions before. 3 of them smell like a healing potion. The 4th one does not smell like that.
Like does it smell bad? Does it smell bitter? Does it smell like acidic?
It smells bitter.
Bitter.
Mm.
I mean, I would imagine a healing potion also tastes a little bit bitter, like cough medicine.
Probably.
I just realized we don't have any identify casters in this whole group. That's not good. Oh, no.
So true.
Oh boy.
If you have a
While-
suspicious of anything, as far as it goes, down your throat, I think the process generally goes, well, you started with the smell, which is good. Rub a little bit on your skin. If it doesn't do anything to your skin, maybe take a little on your finger, taste a little bit, see what it does then. It's a gradual process. Let's be careful about this.
I'm gonna like nick my finger on like my axe just a little bit, and if the one that smells a little differently, I'll just like dab on like the 4th non-healing potion one, just to see if anything happens.
It begins to foam. Your wound.
Okay.
It begins to foam like hydrogen
Like
peroxide.
peroxide?
Yes.
Okay. Like disinfecting, pretty much.
It doesn't feel like it's disinfecting.
But
Owie.
but that's what hydrogen peroxide or like
That's what hydrogen peroxide does. That's not what this does. You don't know.
So this just
Okay.
just
It's just
fucking
fun.
hurts.
I'm like,
Poison, bro.
I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, it does
I'm like,
sting
that's
a lot. Not enough to cause
That
damage,
stings.
but
It's a bottle of lemon juice filled with red 40.
During this whole exchange with them, like messing with the potions, whenever we're ready, I'll try to speak to the dangly guys in their minds since they can't. Seems like they can't speak.
I will just hold on to the potions and not continue to dink around.
okay. So the rest of the bottles you leave alone.
For now, yeah. I'll
Okay.
separate out the 3 healing potions though
Okay.
into
Ooh.
a different.
Let's go.
What are potentially healing potions?
It's like a reward.
Yeah. Hey, who wants to play Russian roulette with the potions?
There's one for each of us.
All right. So you speak to their minds.
Yep, just the one in the center. I can only do one at a time.
Okay. So the one in the center.
Saying, hello there.
General Kenobi.
It stops moving its mouth.
And I'll just keep saying in their mind, if you think something, I can hear it. You can talk to me that way. Are they gonna think something weird?
Just
No.
you're just gonna hear screaming.
Essentially, you hear like a.
Oh, no.
They do not have. They do not have enough intelligence to speak.
Oh.
It's a good thing there's
Mm.
mouths.
Hey, guys, I know that this is, not the most nicest thing to say, but I think that we should kill them. I think they'd be better off dead, to be honest.
Well, what if those things come back though?
Oh, the two guys from the other room? Up north?
Yeah, they come back. I
Well,
totally just switched voices for like a split second.
it's okay.
I
We all
don't
do
know.
that.
I don't know what your guys' plans are, but this whole place is an affront to nature, so I was gonna come back here and burn this whole bitch to the ground.
Hmm.
Any
Well,
objections?
No objections to me.
Oh, yeah.
no,
Seems
I feel kind of bad for these guys though, but
Well, you
seems
haven't
we're
been
done with
granted
what we're doing here.
They haven't been granted a fair pass, and it's time for them to move on. They're interrupting the cycle. We gotta reset it by turning it all to ash, I think.
can
Have
we
you dealt
take
with-
our robot friends with us? Not robot, but
Not sure if
Armor
it's
It's a
gonna work.
robot.
armor friends with us.
Actually, those are.
Actually,
dwarven automatons. They're not robots. They operate on gears,
Technic-
different.
Technically, these are helmed horrors.
Well, how about we keep moving along so we can sooner we're out of here the better.
Agreed. So we
You
still have
got
that
it.
left door, and we have this southern door, and there's also that door that goes to the right, further upwards as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how's
Uh,
about we take a quick peek-see through the left door before we go any further?
Since I haven't peeked in my head in here, Jotty, can I do a quick scan of the room, see if there's anything of interest in terms of like stuff they may have missed or?
Nah, they got it all.
Okay. Including, you know, if there's any, like, can I look into the pits? Are the pits underneath these grotesque horrors just fucking filled with bodies, or is the metal grate just like on the ground?
The metal grate is on the ground, covering these dugout pits, and you can go an inch forward and see that they're just full of blood.
Gotcha. Oh, they're being,
But
like-
if you get too close, then one of these flesh golems tries to kick you.
No. I mean, he could take the attack if he wants. But he would just.
Basically,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
see.
I think-
Basically, you see it. It's heavily choreographed, so you see it coming. You're just like, oh, I'm okay. I'll stay away. Fine. That kind of
I also
deal.
noticed a am I supposed to see this door down here, or is that not supposed to be there?
That door? No, you're supposed to see it.
Okay. I'm gonna gesture towards Citrine. You guys look through there, or?
I thought that we were gonna
We were
go
just gonna
left
pop in.
first.
All right.
Yeah, just take a peek, quick little.
Y'all want me to
peekaboo.
sit here in case these things come off the fucking hook? Quite literally.
They're
For instance.
they probably won't, and they're also no offense if they can hear me, but they're very stupid.
Seems kind of rude, but all right.
They can't even talk to me in my mind.
Yeah, they are abominations, so whatever. All right, next door it is.
They're hook horrors, if you will.
Please no, Jotty.
But
Please.
they're not.
Don't do it. It's too early, Jotty. Don't do it.
Citrine, is there instead of just having these things keep guard, could you have them like patrol to the areas where like that northern door? Who knows? Maybe they'll deal with any cost.
Yeah.
Or at least one.
I'm gonna try to do it without touching the flame, just as an experiment. I'll just say, can my friend on the left here patrol this floor while the other one stays where they are?
All right. They do not answer. They do not respond.
Okay. Then I'll go touch and say the same thing.
All right. This one starts to patrol. This one starts. What did you want exactly?
The one on the left to patrol the floor, and then the other one just to stay where it was.
Okay. So yeah, this one
I'm
starts
guessing that
patrolling.
means even going through this door up here as well.
Yeah, if I said the whole floor, I would assume.
Okay.
Yeah, it starts patrolling.
Cool.
right.
This is fun. I like being a boss.
We know.
Okay, Octavius, you approach the door.
Yeah, I'm still danger sense.
Right.
But I'll put my ear up to the door and see if I hear anything.
You hear absolute silence.
Where I open the door.
All right. There is a bedroom, 4 beds, 4 trunks, and a few crates. There's another exit to the south in this room. You do see that the trunks themselves are not locked.
I don't know. Does this
Don't know
count
what.
as robbing the dead?
How do you know they're dead?
That's true.
I mean, isn't this whole thing about living forever? For all we know, these guys are still out there, just not here anymore. But I mean, even if they were dead, these are some nasty culty types.
True.
And they're not using it.
Plus, we gotta open them up anyway to find out if they got what we're looking for. So,
In my opinion, the dead have returned to nature. We are part of nature ourselves, so therefore, whatever they have is ours.
That's an interesting
extension.
philosophy that I agree with.
That's beautiful.
Desmond is gonna start opening up
Very
trunks.
beautifully and
Starting-
succinctly put.
Desmond is gonna start opening chunks up with this top one.
All right. They all contain basically the same thing. There are various personal effects, as well as a silvered short sword in each chest, and several flasks containing unidentifiable liquids.
Do all the unidentifiable liquids appear to be the same
Yes.
in color? Okay.
Yes.
How do they look compared?
They
to
look
the
clear.
ones that were-
Well, clear with a yellow tint.
So it's piss.
They found the piss jar.
You found the piss.
Piss boys.
Better than the poop sock.
Scotty, can I check this room for a battle bucket? All right.
There is no battle bucket.
Oh, maybe we oughta take a sample of at least a few of these back with us, just in case there are any import.
Guys, the identify we made along the way is going to be me as a wolf smelling every liquid we get and just doing my best guess about what it could be.
All
You
right,
need
so-
to take the keen. You need to take the keen mind feat to remember every smell of every dungeon.
So, as you remove things from these lockers, shadows form from
Oh.
the covers, and
Oh.
it is time for initiative again.
Are we keeping the roll that we had?
It sounded to me like you were keeping the roll,
mhm.
so.
I'm fine with keeping it. I just want to confirm.
Literally
Ah,
everything
no.
in this fucking dungeon is an antithesis to my character.
Mm-hmm. Dude, me too. I'm getting countered right now. What the fuck? It's an undead dungeon. It's low level. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
Just run out. You got big armored friends out there who will fuck them up for us.
All right. So, Desmond, you are first.
Desmond is going to quickly ready his double-bladed scimitar again. He's gonna quickly look over at Citrine and say, "Oi, Citrine, how about you try putting your hand in that fire again? See how they react. See how these things react to that." And as he quickly turns and says that he's gonna turn back, and he is going to yeah, I'm going to let's see. I'm going to cunning action disengage and then I'm just going to move one over, and then I'm going to use my action to attack this one.
Okay, go for it.
And a 9.
A 9 will miss, unfortunately.
Well, since I already disengaged, I guess I'm just gonna mosey, mosey over here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. That'll be my turn.
Alright, Citrine?
The first thing I'm gonna do is I'll try to see if I can telepathically say to these shadows, hey, we're friends with those other two from the room up there, and we're friends with these metal guys. Don't hurt us.
You get no response.
Okay.
I'm friends with the monsters
5, 10,
under
15,
the bed.
20, 30, and I'll dash to get right up to the flame. And I'm assuming I don't have enough stuff to
It takes an action to command them.
Okay, then I use my action to dash, so
Yeah.
that's the turn.
Alright. So these shadows converge. And they attempt to attack Iramin and Octavius. I'm assuming a 10 does not hit Iramin.
No.
Does a 23 hit Octavius?
Mm-hmm.
Does a 16 hit Octavius?
Yep.
Ref, pull him off. He's already dead. Ref, please.
It's a full set. You take 14 necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by 3.
Oh my god, you're getting hard countered. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Like, why play a strength character?
Iramin.
Well, it's all gonna pay off when we're level 20 and you're hitting for fucking 3 billion, so. Yeah. I'm gonna look at him, see him get hit, and be like, listen, man, I'll hold the door. You should get the fuck out of here. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to wolf shape and block the door, but leave ample room between my legs so he can crawl through.
Wait, what now?
Just so I'm gonna wild shape into a wolf, and I'm going to leave room between my legs if I can for him to sneak through and get back into the tunnel. And I'm just gonna fucking body block these things and eat their damage. And I guess I'll swing at this one.
Okay.
By swing, I mean bite. That is a 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
That deals. It's not in combat with anybody else. 12 damage. Can they go prone? If they can go prone, they make a strength save.
They are immune to prone.
Okay. Yep. And I made my intentions clear. I told him to get the fuck out, and I'll just block the door. I'm Hodor holding the door right now as a wolf. So.
Octavius, what would you like to do?
I'll take a bajillion attacks of opportunity as I try to escape.
Disengage.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Take disengage.
People always forget, man. You don't have to be a rogue to disengage. It just takes your action.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Desmond.
Desmond is gonna cheekily dive under Eamon's wolf legs and get in here and attack this one.
Go for it. 23 will hit. 17 damage.
Yep. And yeah, I'll bonus action attack this one. Actually, let me make sure something.
The second one?
I'll bonus action attack the second one. Shit.
8 will not connect.
Alright, well, this one would be able to make an opportunity attack against me. Or they'll try to slip back through.
Swashbuckling moment.
Okay, does a 17 hit?
Yep.
Alrighty. You take 13 necrotic damage. Why is it that much?
God damn.
Oh, it's
Alright,
2d6.
because
Oh,
yeah.
my bad. And your strength is reduced by 2.
Oh.
Alright. And
Right.
I'll move slightly further, and that'll be my turn.
Alright, Citrine.
I'm gonna put my hand in the fire. See what I feel.
You feel the 2 that you commanded earlier.
Okay. I'll say, hey friend, right behind me. Can you do something about these shadows in the room to the left? They're trying to kill us.
Alright.
Slow as fuck. And then for like my bonus action or like movement free action, I'll just say in Iraman's mind, the armor's coming. Let it through. And that'll be my turn.
Alright. So, the shadows attempt to attack Iraman.
Bring it on.
Which
God
of those?
Damn, they hit.
Which of those hit you?
A 19 will, the rest do not.
Okay.
Or the 19 and the 15, actually. Hold on. Wait, double check. Unarmored defense gets weird with spell shape. So my dex is... Yeah, 15 would hit too. My AC is 15.
15 hits too?
So 19 and 15 both hit.
Okay, so you take 19 necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 8.
That's great.
I'm still a dog.
With that, Iraman, it is your turn.
Okay. Just... Well, like I said, the door holding the door here. I will... What can I do? I will attack the same one I had attacked earlier and hit.
Okay. That one was that was this one that you hit.
Okay. Whatever one I hit. I will go ahead and try to bite it again.
Go for it.
That is a nat 1. No
Unfortunate.
bueno. Nobody's in combat with it, so it's not an advantage. And I will use a key point to take patient defense. So they have disadvantage on their swings against me.
Okay.
Wolf dodge.
Okay, so one of these guys slips in beside you, Iraman. And
Yeesh. 25 to hit and it's not a crit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, only 5.
Doesn't even have a plus strength to its damage. Oh
It
no,
rolled
it
a nat
just rolled a
1.
1. Oh.
It swings twice. The second one misses. Octavius.
Room is kind of cramped and I can't get in. I don't have. Or actually, I'm silly. I will. Just probably. I'll come here. I will. I will rage, but I won't get any bigger because I'm in too small of a space. And I am going to. Where is. I'm going to recklessly throw my javelin.
Okay.
At this one because I can still see it.
Okay.
Actually, I'll move up one square just to have full, and then toss it at this one that was just attacked.
Okay.
For a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Wait, I only have. Oh, duh. For 10 damage.
All right. The javelin hits it, and it completely dissipates.
This is non-magical piercing, by the way, just in case.
That's fine.
Okay. And that's my turn.
All right, Desmond.
Alright. So 2, 3, 4. I guess I'll go here and I'll just try to shoot one of them,
Okay.
I guess, because yeah.
This one.
Try to shoot this one.
Oh, I was gonna say that the one above it was damaged.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll shoot that one.
All right. A
Alright.
10 unfortunately will not hit.
And then I will back up and end my turn.
All right, Citrine.
My fiance asked me a question. Is the armor attacking us?
No.
Okay. Cool. Cool. I don't know. I got scared for a sec. Okay. I'm gonna back away from the flame here.
Okay.
And then am I able to get a clear shot for an Eldritch Blast past
100%.
big wolf butt?
100%.
Alright.
Hit me and build different. It's okay.
I'm gonna try to hit the one at the third bed. That's the one I can see from where I'm at.
This one?
Oh,
Or
sorry, I
this one?
tabbed away. That one.
That one?
That one.
You got it.
Yep. That is a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay. So that'll be 12 force damage, and he's blown back 5 feet.
Poof.
That will end my turn.
All right. Shadows. 2 of them will try to attack Iramin. That's unfortunate.
Both of those will in fact hit.
So that's going to be 14 necrotic damage. Strength score reduced by 4 from the first hit.
Keep in
And
mind
Okay.
the strength drain is cumulative, so even if you get turned to your other form,
Yeah, that's the problem. If I drop wolf shape right now, I die.
yeah.
My strength score is now at 0 outside wolf form. Well,
Is
rules lawyering, technically, my
it-
stats
aren't your
changed
statistics
to the animal.
replaced?
Yes. Your physical statistics are replaced by the animals when you wild shape, and when you drop wild shape, they are replaced by your human forms. So technically, if it's a door, it'll go back. But
Yeah, that's kind of
it's a weird rule playery thing. Because if it's an active effect that's applied to my character for a set duration of time, then yes, it would apply to my human form as well.
But
Which
so
means-
what if your strength hits 0 while you're in wolf form though? Then you're dead.
I would die.
I would
Yeah,
imagine.
I would just be
Yeah.
dead in wolf form. Yeah. Luckily, direwolves are strong.
That is true.
so you hit 0 for your strength score, so you are back to human form.
No, I'm saying
You
if I were
die.
not a wolf right now, my strength would be 0. My strength as a human is 9. My
Ah.
strength in wolf form is a 17. So if I drop wolf form, I'm dead. If I stay in wolf form, I have a little bit longer. I don't know
Alright.
how you would rule it, Jody, but
One of them does try to attack the helmed horror, and it nat ones. Of course, that's when it nat ones.
Yep.
Iramin, it is your turn.
I'm not feeling too good, chaps. Well, here's the other problem, gang. The target finishes a shorter long rest.
Yeah.
So I have T-minus 45 minutes to take a short rest or I die. Because I would drop wolf form in an hour. And then that would instantly kill me. And I can't get out of this room. That's the other problem. So I have 45 minutes to kill everything in this room or I die. And if I get hit 2 more times, I'm dead anyways. Hey, Jotty.
Yes.
How maneuverable is it for me to squeeze through this tunnel if I have a bajillion feet of movement? I don't care if I break every bone in my wolf body. I don't give a fuck. I just have to fit through. He knows he needs to get out. He feels his strength draining. His legs are faltering. Because I've lost 7,
I'll let you.
11, 15. I have 2 strength left.
I'll
So-
let you squeeze through.
Okay. I would like
This
to.
is not like a
action-
dire wolf is 10 feet fat.
Yeah. I'm going to step through action dash, bonus action step of the wind, which brings my movement speed to. So my base is 60 times 3, 180 feet. And I'm going to leave
Boom.
the whole temple. I'm out.
Oh, you're
Out
out.
into the wilderness. Yep. Gone.
Yeah.
Don't even
good
say a word in the
idea.
group. Just
Yeah,
haul
good
an ass.
idea.
And I'm
following suit immediately.
and I am going to find a nice little nestle of the woods and lay down and take a nap. That's what I'm going to do.
Alright, so the helmed horrors continue the combat. Alright, 20 will hit. Oh wait, the other one. Okay, so that one will hit. Do that much damage. Kill that one. And it'll move up. And that will hit for 11. And kill that one. Octavius, you follow suit?
Yep. Taking my action dash.
Alright.
I'm letting both Desmond and Citrain. I'm like, we gotta get out of here. 30, 5, 10, 15, 20,
Desmond.
30.
Hmm. Um. I guess Desmond is going to at least move around the corner and see how it's going with the shadows, and seeing that the helmed horrors have taken care of another one, is gonna move up. Oh, there's only one left?
Yep.
Desmond is gonna look at Citrine and say, "There's just one left," and he's going to
Kill it.
3, 4, 5 attack.
$20 will hit.
Let's go.
Okay.
And then bonus action attack.
A 16 will also hit. 6. All right. With a final swing, the final shadow is dissipated entirely.
Well, it's just as you said. I've gone and killed it, Citrine.
Good job. Well. Oh, let me get my friends out of the way here. I'll pop my hand in and just say, go back to your post, please. Thank you. And I'll come back. Well, do you think we found enough stuff here, or should we go rest and then come back in?
I mean, we ought to go talk to the other two at least. I mean, it'd probably be a good idea to take another rest, but as I've said, we might as well finish this out at this point. And I mean, honestly, if we were to abandon the mission, how the hell are we supposed to get off this continent? It's not like we have a ship of our own, so...
No. Yeah. No, you're right.
Desmond will just start heading out, trying to
Oh,
catch up to
let's just
Octavius
pass,
and
please.
Airman.
It sounds like you are wanting to take a long rest.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought...
Well, short rest into long rest.
Yeah, short rest to begin with, so that we don't die when I revert.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and long rest yourselves up.
Woo.
Level 4 though, or level 5?
Oh my god.
I mean, with this
I know we
action
just got
economy at
low.
this point, yeah.
I take you with a level.
Not yet.
If you keep asking, we'll go longer.
Yeah. Johnny, I would like to during the long rest, because my health was full. I mean, yeah, whatever. I was resting a little longer than everybody else. Once everybody else is resting and I feel fully good, I'm gonna gather a bunch of firewood.
Okay.
Yeah. My plan is to burn this bitch to the floor, so.
How
Long
about...
rest back in?
Yep. Long rested back in.
I would revert back to human form. I will save my wild shape charges if I can.
Gotta get my javelin back.
He's just holding 2 bundles of sticks and crudely
Oh.
chopped logs because he has only a scimitar to cut them with.
Ooh.
I mean, I had an axe. I could have.
Oh, you were resting.
I think you needed the short
Uh,
rest more than me,
Yeah.
but
Past the
Is
short
this
rest,
place-
I was only down a spell slot, so.
yeah.
Is this place made out of wood? I thought it was made out of like stone. or
No, it's made
something.
out of stone.
No, but you know,
Just
The
turn
thought
it
that
into an
counts.
oven.
those things in there can ignite, and blood can technically ignite, and it's kind of a furnace. So I figured might be able to do
Oh,
something.
blood furnace. Wonderful.
Mhm.
Lovely. Wow.
Not enough.
Shall we, gentlemen?
Yes. Pick up my javelin.
Hello,
again.
friends. Hello, friends. Thank you for your patrol. Thank you. Even though I know that they're mindless.
All right. Considering
Oh,
this entire
citrine.
place wants to kill us, how do we go about getting through the rest of this place
Well, I was just
without
about to
getting
say,
ambushed?
considering those things seem quite loyal to Citrine, that they wouldn't fight those shadows instead of helping them against us. Citrine, how's about you tell those thingies to scout out the rest of this place for us?
Yeah, I could do that. They don't talk though. So if we could follow behind them.
Well, if we start
Yeah.
hearing the swords clashing, then we'll know something's up.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know how.
Jotty, can you
Fragile
remember
they
the
are.
form for now, so I can speak?
Oh, right.
I'm going to say, well, at the very least, I'd rather them get fucked up going through a door first than us. Doesn't really matter if they die. They are gonna die anyways because we're burning this place to the ground when we leave.
Okay, I'll put my hand in and say, "Hi, friends. Good to see you. Could you go to the room where those shadows were and open the door to the south? And if there's anybody in that room, can you kill them, please? Thank you."
All right.
I think you ought to amend that order to say anything as well.
Anything in there, kill it. Thanks.
Except for us.
They know that.
Monkey's paw.
Do they
Don't let him
know
monkey's
that?
paw.
Do they know that?
I'm gonna approach Octavius and say, "Hey, friend, big muscle man, fellow tall fella, you want to help me out with something real quick?" And I'm just gonna start dragging these chests, because I'm assuming the chests are made out of wood, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna start dragging chests into the other room and place one underneath each of these fucking abominations.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll avoid the kicks.
All right. I'm not gonna do anything yet, but I set.
I did tell you
sizable
your
amount of
strength
firewood.
is. I did tell you your strength goes back up to normal after a long rest, right?
Yeah. So.
Or just both of you.
This is like the most.
Yeah.
This is the most brutal thing ever. Just turning this place into an oven, and it's like it only affects the freaking flesh golems.
This is a certified Rim World moment, guys. This is the granite
I
tunnel.
was literally about to say, yeah. Has anybody played RimWorld? Because this is exactly
Yeah.
RimWorld.
That's true.
Oh, I love murder hobo campaigns. War crimes abroad. Heck yeah.
Hmm.
Alright,
Wow.
so after a while, the Helden Horrors come back up the other side.
Oh, it's
Oh, wow.
connected. Oh,
Cool.
well,
Well, maybe
thank
that means.
you.
Well, no, have them stay. Give them the command to patrol with us
You know,
and
I'm
defend
pretty
us.
sure any of you could command them if you put your hand in the flame, but you know what? I feel special. I'll keep
Yeah.
Meet him and try that over.
I'm not able to.
Yeah, tried it. Don't worry like that. I only listen to you.
I think they like you.
You really
I
got a
don't know.
knack for talking to inanimate, fucked up shoots of armor. You should really take that and make a career out of it.
Yeah, all it
Everybody
takes for
likes me.
someone to listen to you is to be inanimate object.
Everybody listens to me,
I'm kidding.
and
That was
everybody
uncalled for.
likes
I'm sorry.
me.
Desmond will try putting his hand in the fire and say just a simple command like look at me.
They
See
look
what
at
that
you.
means.
Huh?
Oh,
Hey, that's pretty cool,
I
Desmond.
see.
Mhm.
Well, looks like I'm the captain now.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck off!
Oh my god.
Fine, it's been long enough. It's been long enough.
got to be the best part
Desmond is Desmond is gonna keep his hand in the fire and he's gonna say, just walk ahead of me.
All right. They ready their
Yeah.
blades and they go to walk ahead of you.
I'm just gonna say, all right, everybody, let's move along, and just start moving.
I
We do
thought that
that.
I was the boss.
Actually, Desmond is gonna run back over to the fire really quickly too, and say, walk ahead of me, and if anything emerges, help us out in the fight. And then you're gonna go back over.
Very nice.
I like being the boss.
As we're following them, Jotty, in each of the beds, I'm gonna place a small batch of kindling, just like I did inside of the chests underneath the monstrosities. We're lighting this bitch up like a fucking torch when we leave.
Like a firework.
Right.
I would let Desmond go first. I don't want to get stabbed.
So, Desmond, you come into a large bedroom, obviously meant for two people to share a bed. There are two shallow pools of a black, oily liquid, and a desk with several books on top corroded with age.
Alright, well, we got our guards here with us.
I swear to God, if it's black pudding. I swear to God.
Desmond is going to, what state is the books and stuff on the desk in?
They are corroded and falling apart.
Alright, I'm going to take the disengage action and then quickly try to grab the books.
Okay, they fall to pieces as you try to pick them up.
Is there anything else that is sort of scoopable?
No, unfortunately.
Well, seems we're here a bit too late for these books to be good still. How's about that chest over by you, Citrine and Octavius? It's unlocked.
Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Yeah, but do we know if a shadow is gonna pop out of it again?
Mm.
I'm gonna pull out the longsword and kind of like pop it under the chest,
Okay.
like where it lifts.
Yeah.
And kind of just pop it open and then get ready to attack anything that comes out.
All right, you open the chest and you see, you see a single robe. It is while the majority of it is black, it has a few colorful stripes running down it, and on top of that, you see a flask of a faint, green-looking liquid, and what looks like chalk, red chalk.
I really like their colorful liquids here.
Yeah, they do. Do you want me to pick it up?
Yeah, go ahead. You're kind of the liquid guy right now.
I think technically most of us are like body composition. Maybe not you actually, since you're fire. How does that work? Are you 70% water? Like
I think that I'm mostly humanoid with like 20% fire.
You think? You're not sure?
No. Not sure.
Interesting.
There aren't too many of us around.
Suppose that makes
Maybe if we
sense.
come across another one, we'll have to. Maybe they'll know. Maybe they
Yeah.
have a little bit more anatomical research on.
Yeah, if we
Yeah,
ever
you
come
when
across
you,
another one.
Oh, you
when
haven't?
you go to register.
Like even
Huh?
your parents?
Oh, I mean, yeah, my parents, yeah. I've seen them.
Are they? I don't know. You?
Yeah, they're me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is more than one.
Yeah, more than one. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Octavius completely takes it at face value and doesn't think anything otherwise. I will attempt to pick up the items. Longsword still drawn, ready to stab whatever comes out of the wall.
Okay. You pull out the robe, the flask, and the chalk, and it's not until you actually grasp the chalk you realize you bring it closer to you. This is calcified blood.
Phenomenal.
Boy, Octavius, what you got there, mate?
Ooh, sun's hitting my camera.
Blood stick.
Oh. Reminds me of something we used to eat back home called black pudding.
Oh.
Fun.
Nice.
Jerry, you just turned your camera slightly.
I'm
Dude, nice
I'm trying
nice
to.
lens flare, bro.
Oh my. Oh!
God damn it.
Solar flare!
Okay, if I just put it,
What
if I
happened?
just put my hand,
What happened?
the sun is open because the cat fucking pulled the curtains apart because she likes to look outside.
Oh.
As a matter of
I was
fact,
like,
Cat
what do you?
thing to do.
What do you? I was like, what do you mean it's the sun? It's fucking. It's
Yeah.
it's 8:47.
It is 10 p.m. for me right now, gamers. I don't know
It's
what
just-
sun you're talking about. You can see
it's
out there,
just-
it's dark as hell.
it's 7:51 for me, but I'm in Utah.
There must be like a call or something for cats to look out the window, because mine just hopped up on my window too.
If the sun is coming through your window at 6:47 in Colorado, that means that you are on the west side of your house. And triangulating the data, you live.
Okay, thank you,
Playing
love.
with Geo Rainbow. What the fuck?
You
You
play
didn't
Yeah,
tell me where I live
Rainbow.
based on grass. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Okay,
No,
light.
what, he
L.
he got a place based on like a gradient, like
Yeah.
of just an image. He's like, oh, that's the X gradient. It's this place.
You guys ever watched his grass guessing streams are the best, where he just looks at grass and he's like, "Oh, this is very clearly northeastern Madagascar." You're like, "All right, yeah, fuck you,
Yeah,
whatever."
Fuck, man.
Dude, I have a friend who's met Rainbow. He goes to like the GeoGuessr World Cup and stuff.
Fucking
That's
way.
what-
I don't play it
That's-
anymore because they make you
Oh
pay
my
to play the
gosh.
fucking game. So
They
stupid.
make you pay to play.
All right. Speaking of
All
playing
right,
the game.
so
Oh, true.
you have all the items out of the chest.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know. I find some like loose cloth in my pack and wrap the chalk. In it,
Okay.
just so it's not
Mhm.
touching me.
Can I like think in my warlocky knowledge of
Mhm.
things?
Yeah.
Do I know any information about these liquids or all this blood or this calcified blood chalk? Like, do I know anything? Or am I
Give me an Arcana check.
okay? Not my best stats somehow. A 16?
16. You
Mhm.
feel like you're missing a piece of the puzzle.
Piece of the puzzle. Can I? Nah. I'll let it go. I'm gonna let it. Okay.
Well, if this is a cult, these are robes, and this is blood chalk. I would imagine it's used to make like a ritual circle or something.
Sure.
That
That
I
makes
don't
sense
know.
to me. That makes logical sense. But when is anything logical?
Fairly often.
But with a cult.
Well,
Are these
I would imagine it is a ritual to extend their life or to gain
True.
immortality.
so true? You're so smart.
I have
Are these pools of blood up here?
These?
Yeah.
No, like it's a black oily liquid.
Oh.
Can I toss a coin in?
Oh.
You toss a coin. You toss a coin in.
to your witcher.
It sinks and then submerges again, shining ever so slightly.
Submerging or emerging?
Emerging. My bad.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Wrong word.
I have a wooden staff because I druid focus. Can I poke it? I'm gonna poke the coin.
All right, you poke the coin.
Does it feel like it has resistance? Am I poking something? Like, is the density of the water? Am I poking oobleck, where it's like kind of salad, or is it just water?
No, it
Like,
feels
where
like a
if you-
liquid.
where if you like poke it, your finger goes through, but if you slap it, it's a solid.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to,
Wait.
you know.
So
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a non-nucleic substance,
wait. Okay.
Okay,
so
nerd.
the coin.
non-Newtonian
coin's-
fluid.
Not
The
Newtonian. yeah.
coin sunk and then it emerged shinier
Yes.
than it was before.
Yes.
Desmond, because Desmond still has 2 cutlasses, so he's gonna take one and he's going to submerge the tip of one into the pool.
Just the tip.
Tip of a
Sorry.
what?
A cutlass, a scimitar.
Okay. You dip the tip, as it were.
Check my
tip?
dipstick.
Language, guys. Language. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So when you dip it, it does have a resistance at first, and then the very tip of your cutlass shines a bit.
Is this a
Then he's
fucking
going-
pool of oil of sharpness?
He's going to take the one cutlass and he's going to take his other cutlass that wasn't dipped, and he's just going to yeah, I guess I'll just do it against a wall. I'll just go slash at a wall with both to see if there's any effect on the one that was dipped. Like if it
you
leaves a
can't-
deeper gouge.
You can't tell at the moment. It's hard to gauge. You only dip. It's only the tip of the cutlass that has it. It's hard to gauge if there is an actual difference.
I guess
I
I'll,
haven't-
I'll
Go ahead.
I'll dip up to like the hilt on
Okay.
the same one.
So, like before, you need to push a bit harder to submerge it entirely, but then after a moment, it has complete give within this liquid, and when you lift it out, your cutlass is noticeably lighter in weight and in appearance.
In appearance.
Shines a
Like it looks
little bit.
smaller.
Like
Shines a little bit.
Oh, lighter. I get it.
Yeah.
Later.
I'll do the same thing again.
All right, your blades are again noticeably lighter physically, as well as they look a bit shinier.
But there's no sort of like difference in the slashing between the normal one and the dipped one.
You are able to put quite a bit more force into it. You discover. When attacking with these cutlasses, they now have the magical property, and they give an additional D4 damage.
Ah, damn. It is
Oh.
oil sharpness.
Magical.
It's oil sharpness.
I will plunge my great axe into.
Do I feel anything off about? Because like I'm I'm holding like a regular one, and like, well, Desmond is holding a regular one in his left hand, and the dipped one in his right. Is there any? Does it feel like his arm is like being impacted, or is there any sort of weirdness going on?
Oh. So when you touch it with
Vibes.
when you touch it with your hand it
Uh,
feels just like water
no,
to your hand.
not the. I meant like basically I'm asking if like my arm starts to feel sore or anything holding the dipped one,
Oh,
almost as
no.
if it's like, okay.
No.
Well, it seems like this stuff here seems to work a mighty nice effect on weapons. And I'm guessing at that point Octavius goes to...
So Octavius, your driftwood axe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you plunge it in. You have to push way harder than you saw Desmond. But once it's in, it just feels like moving your axe around in regular water. Because of the weight and size of your weapon, you will deal an extra d6 of damage. And it's now considered magical.
Guys, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to fucking belly flop in this pool? My hands are my swords.
Boy, Eamon, you kind of know a lot about nature. You reckon there's any sort of negative to this here? You know, it freaks me out a little bit. As much as I'd love to just go on and dip all my fancy blades I've got on me in this here stuff, it does scare me a little bit to do that sort of thing. You think there's any sort of curse or anything?
Sure shit, friend. I can tell you whatever this is ain't natural. So let's get that out of the way. I do have suspicions for it. Tell you what, how full is your water skin, friend? You got enough for us to share to get back to the ship?
I mean, we're in like a snow continent, so...
It's not a snow
Probably.
continent.
Oh.
No, you went through forest to get here, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's just because I was looking at the map and snow is white.
So the white is just because it does not belong to a nation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we probably have water. I mean,
I can also book it back to the boat within a pretty short time. But, all right, Johnny, I'm going to empty out my water skin. I'm going to try to just fill my water skin up with this liquid.
Okay. It flows like water into your water skin.
Yeah, you got a good idea there. We can wait for a bit, judge the effects on what Octavius and I have already dipped, and then use a bit more.
Ration it out as we need it, you know. Fly it to your shores before we fight some big fucking, you know, whatever, cultist or abomination or whatnot.
Desmond is going to fill a flask up as well.
Okay.
And
in case it wasn't entirely clear, only metal seems to have this resistance it meets with this liquid. Anything else that touches it, it's like water.
Can I pull the coin out, Chatty? Now that I know
you
it's
pull
safe
the
to touch.
Yeah, you pull the coin out.
Okay. Can I toss the coin in the other pool on the other side? See what it does?
Yeah, it does the same, or it doesn't submerge, but you know it just floats on the top.
Floating.
You know, I've got a bit of a twisted idea here. I mean, I know they're sort of mindless, but
I was thinking.
I'm gonna. Does this? I'm gonna put my hand in this flame. I can't remember what happened when Citrine tried to do it, but I'm gonna try to use this flame to command them. And
you feel no presence when you touch this flame.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go all the way back around to the other one then. And I'm going to touch the flame, and I'm going to say, alright, you there on the left, I want you to try to completely submerge yourself in one of the pools.
But also follow the previous order I gave you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Follow previous prompt.
It goes in. It just
Coating.
it takes a bit to sink, and then it's fully submerged, and then
Aw,
walks back up, and it looks shinier.
that's my friend.
Along with its sword.
Yes.
Alright, can I try dipping a shield in it?
Yeah.
Not that I use shields, but somebody else can.
As long as it's a metal shield, yes.
I don't think any of us have a shield.
I don't think you do either.
Well, I have one, so the warlock can have it because she doesn't need a casting focus.
So I went with my
Um,
original build.
Yeah, I would just dunk the whole shield in if I can.
All right.
Stand on it with my big ass giant forehead and try to get it to go through because it's a huge.
All right, you push the shield in. Takes quite a bit of effort, and you pull it out. It is significantly lighter.
I'm just gonna go. Hey, Fire Queen.
We'll
here.
say
Here's
it is
shield.
it is now a +1 shield.
There you go.
Oh.
Have fun.
Thanks. I've
and-
never used one of these before.
It's not that hard. You point it at the thing that's trying to fucking kill you. That's it.
If it isn't okay, I won't do it. But would you let me dip the javelins into it as well?
So you dip the javelins in, and how much of a javelin is metal?
Javelin? Oh. I mean,
It's the
hold
tip,
on.
right? Because they're
16.
yeah, because it's just the tip. Because they made them out of heavy ass wood to try to make them as
Yeah.
Yeah.
weighty as possible at the back ends. They
So
made
I
them
guess
out
not a lot. Yeah.
So not a lot. So you don't feel a difference in weight. So they won't, meaning they won't do additional damage, but they are now considered magical.
Okay. Cool.
of worth.
Question. Hi, friends.
Yes.
I am not proficient in this sword here, in this shield here, so I'll be
That is a problem.
very slow and very undexterous.
There's no. Oh, I guess there is proficiency for shields.
I thought
Yeah, there is a
warlocks
specific
were
position.
proficient.
Only
Yeah,
only
don't-
hexblades. Hexblades.
Mhm.
She's not
I mean,
So if anybody else wants it,
I mean, I could still use it, but my AC would go up by 1 while I'm in human form, which I never am in combat, so it kind of feels like a waste.
I could use it, but I would have to not use my great axe.
I mean,
I
you
also
can
would
just
greatly reduce my movement speed.
you
so
can
I
just
don't
have
know.
it for situations where you gotta
It's a great
Thank you.
trading item.
or
yeah, I'll
that,
just I'll hold on to it or like put it on my back, but
hold.
like a little turtle shell. Oh, I'll go fucking like. Is there a fucking railing in this place?
No. This is not an OSHA certified facility.
I wanted to Legolas down a fucking railing. My
She's
shield,
gonna
bro.
she's gonna Breath of the Wild down a grass hill and break
Yeah,
it.
the
Keep
Tony
talking.
Hawk Pro Skater.
You have it on your back, you can still be like Link, just from Ocarina of Time, when you have the Hylian shield on your back as a kid.
Hey, it's
Hey,
a good thing
that
to-
was good. I thought you played a sound effect on Discord for a second.
I mean, straight up, even if you don't equip it, it is a bonus action. Do you do bonus action to equip, Jotty? What do we do to equip it
To
a
equip
new
something,
item?
yeah, it's like a bonus action.
So at the very least, it's a +3 to AC oh shit button when you're stuck in a corner and you can't move and you're not
Which
taking
I
defensive actions.
frequently am.
You frequently are, yes. So
Yeah,
I mean, you have that.
I'll keep that MFN thing on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because you can action Eldritch Blast, bonus action, put on the shield.
And I
Yeah.
like have no other bonus actions, so that's pretty sick actually.
+3 AC is no joke.
Alright, well, Desmond is going to move over by the beds and check these things for any stuff, and he's also gonna look under the bed. I guess just like a general.
It's just a mattress on a box spring kind of deal, so there is no under the bed.
Okay.
But
yeah,
looking
the
in the
nightstands.
box, the boxes have some personal effects. that wouldn't really be of any use or value. Just like sample clothing.
Okay. Well, how was about we check out the last room of it? Well, we do have that other room back in between two
We do.
ends. Let's keep moving along, see what else we find here.
Okay.
Alright, so you see what appears to be old blood that stains the floor here, forming a large symbol of some sort. Citrine,
Wow, I wonder.
Citrine, when you look at it, you see that it is incomplete.
Okay.
But you believe you
it-
can finish it.
Ah, great.
This is going off of the Arcana check you put in earlier.
Okay. Does this sigil look familiar to me?
No.
Okay. What's this in the corner here?
Those are little chairs.
Oh.
Oh, cuck chair. Okay.
Oh my god!
Why specifically a cock chair?
That is really crazy, considering this is some sort of like.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Probably
I
more like
follow
a
it-
torture chair.
I follow
Old
a
cuck
TikTok
chair.
account.
Oh my
I
gosh.
follow a TikTok account that like every day.
Cockchair
Posts, like-
Daily. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
What
baby,
the
I'm
fuck
on
are you
board.
watching on TikTok?
That
It's
is.
a guy who just goes into hotel rooms and he's
Hotel
got
room.
like the cock tub in one room. There's a tub that's facing the bed,
Facing
and
the
then
bed.
there's
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Oh, he's just like pointing
the bed.
out that all this stuff is for cucks? Or
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
The
yeah.
cuck
Hotel room.
jacuzzi.
Okay,
The
that
cuck-
makes sense. That makes
The
sense.
cuck
I was like,
guest
what?
bed. There's a whole bunch. It
Yeah.
really it gets next level. It's crazy.
It's so funny.
It's
Anyway.
yeah. Okay,
Anyway, sorry.
so you see this symbol, you think you can finish it.
Great. I'm gonna say in my mind to a person up above. Do you need me to finish that? Or leave it alone? Is that you?
I'm metagaming right now, guys.
You don't know shit about what's going on.
No, you don't.
Yeah, Johnny. Actually, I do because I'm a superhero and I transform into a wolf and I kill her.
You don't know shit.
um,
I wrote this stuff.
actually,
It's a good thing I have the blood shot.
Actually, yeah. Is this where I reveal the fact that I've been hiding the sword of Cain up my ass the whole campaign?
The sword of
Oh,
Cain?
and then he's gone. And he's gone.
The sort
That
of
is,
cast.
yeah.
No,
that
I've-
is a-
Sword of Cain is a Warcraft reference.
Oh,
No,
oh.
it's a
Oh.
Warhammer. It's a Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Get
I'm
your
sorry, I'm
fucking
sorry, I'm sorry, I gotta
fandoms
go back.
right.
Wow. Wow.
Listen, okay.
Dead.
Listen, okay,
Basically
proceeds to
is
mute
what this sword
himself.
does.
So, Citrine, what you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, I asked a higher power if they need me to finish this. For any reason?
You get no response.
Okay. Then I'm just not gonna do anything.
You sure?
Yep. I'm just gonna stand right there and not say a thing. Well, that's a cool looking sigil.
Would anyone like
Sure
to?
is.
Would anyone like to attempt to finish the symbol?
Nope.
Finish the strange death cult symbol in front of the cuck chair? No, thank you.
Desmond is just going to try to copy it down, like the design.
Please finish the symbol.
Oh my gosh.
Desmond is going to
You don't
draw
have
it,
to.
and he's going to realize, maybe it'd be easier if we just finished this thing and took the finish thing back rather than having to come back later.
You don't have
And
to.
Desmond is going to try to finish the symbol.
I would need an Arcana check from you to finish the symbol.
Well, does it need the blood chalk to do it? Because I'm holding the blood chalk.
That is correct.
And seeing this as a group effort, I would guide whoever's drawing to make sure that they can finish this circle.
I
he
can't
feels
finish
so
it without.
influenced.
I can't finish it without the chalk. Octavius, you got that chalk, don't you? You give it a try, mate.
You don't
Why
have
do
to.
we want to? What?
You don't have to
Like,
finish it. I'm just being obtuse.
Hello, I hear you guys are drawing something. My accent is not done. I am an artist and will guide you through the process.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
I don't think it's a smart idea to finish this symbol, this circle.
It could be quite important. I mean,
We literally almost died twice yesterday.
but we didn't, did we?
Well, I
But
think
we
our
didn't.
problem was we weren't ready. Now we're ready.
You won't have to. You won't have to trek back here if we're told to by Captain Blackscare.
I would like to remind everyone there is no trekking back here because I am burning this bitch down as soon as we walk out.
At least, let's go check the other direction first before we do this.
All right.
Let's check that one direction that we didn't go yet.
We went to the right direction, though, I think.
No, we didn't go through this door.
Yeah.
Agreed. He's got a point.
All right. Well, armor guys.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, they're walking in front of Desmond.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, another fire.
Seeing this fire, Desmond is gonna see what happens with this one. If it...
I'm gonna smack his hand out of the way and be like, "No, I want to be the boss. You took over my friends.
So,
Hands off."
So, Citrine, you plunge your hand into this fire, and you feel a humanoid on... You feel like you are touching some humanoid, but this one communicates in your head that something is incomplete.
Release me, henchman.
Say in the head. You mean that sigil?
Please complete the symbol if you wish to communicate.
Who are you?
Please complete the symbol if you wish to communicate.
This is an automatic recording.
I'll just kind of very aggressively on the fire, even though it probably can't feel this fucking thing. Take my hand out. Well, whoever it is said, "Please complete the sigil if you want to talk to me."
That seems a bit different than what we have with the other fire. It's like we've said. How about we continue on, come back to that sigil?
It's at least intelligent.
I will go ahead and call the break here. I know it's later than normal, but kids were doing something just now, getting ready for bed. So we will come back in about 10 or so minutes.
All right.
And I will mute everyone as well.
watching the movie will be accompanied by their parents, and it's just got a guy
Oh my
raging in front of
God.
a mirror.
What did I miss?
We're talking about how unhinged Instagram Reels is. She called us weird for using Instagram Reels. Also, Jotty, are you team 100 men or one gorilla? We need to know.
100
It's
men
important.
versus one gorilla?
Yeah.
Who would win?
Uh,
Well, the question is this completely like fist? Like
We're
you
fo-
can't pick up a stick
we're-
or anything. You can't.
We're
sharpen
following we're following original rules, okay? You are in a 60-foot cylindrical room. You spawn in with the clothes you're wearing, nothing else. Okay? You're not nude, but there's no tools, nothing to grab. The cylindrical room disappears when either all 100 men are dead or the gorilla is dead. Who wins? The 100 men are random. You don't get to select them. No cherry
The
picking.
100 men are random.
that means
Are your emotions involved?
You are aware of the fact that if the gorilla is not dead and you are not dead, you never leave this room. Everybody is aware of that.
No, but do you have
Yes, you have all your mental
emotions?
faculties.
So like you can like get scared and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that gorilla's beating the shit out of everybody.
Nah.
Is it
I
100
think-
like men or is it 100 people?
100 men, specifically.
Here's
men.
here's the thing.
Huh.
The people
y'all.
there's gonna be a lot more scared people to go for that. So a much smaller are gonna be motivated to even go, and that thing is gonna take out those fuckers. And then the
Not
only people
even-
left are the people scared shitless.
not even a bodybuilder can confidently go up against a gorilla.
No, I mean Eddie Hall maybe, but like here's the
Eddie
thing.
Hall, maybe, but that
This is-
would
I think-
still.
If
A
you
normal
can get,
person,
like,
a normal person, a gorilla can grab your arms and rip them off with no effort.
Yeah.
Eddie
100%.
Hall,
Like,
Eddie Hall
there's
cannot
gonna-
do that. Eddie
But-
Hall
but
cannot
I-
do that. The gorilla
I
wins.
think if, like, let's assume you get like a Joe Rogan, like through the grace of God, you get Joe Rogan or something, and you get 15
the-
schmucks. if you get like 15, have you seen that guy's kick?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I don't
it's like-
give a shit.
I'm not
Joe
a fan-
Rogan's a
I'm not
piece
a
of
fan
shit.
of Joe Rogan necessarily. That dude would kill, like maybe not kill, but severely damage those internal organs of that gorilla.
Yeah.
I don't.
At
I
least
don't think
break a
even
kneecap.
that. I don't think even that really.
No. So here's my scientific point. Okay. The reason we've been successful as a species thus far is because we're the only thing that can sweat. So technically, our endurance comparative to every other animal is unlimited. So I think
We are
there's
not
a
the only.
legitimate
We are
chance-
not the only endurance predator, though.
Correct. But in a endurance race of 100 miles, a human being beats every other living creature on the planet by a distance of over 50 miles because of the ability to sweat. So,
Not me though.
theoretically,
But you're saying
no.
this is
if
100
you have
random people.
adrenaline,
This is
if you have
100
adrenaline
random
running,
people
you
nowadays.
can. Every human being is capable of running forever. You can. If adrenaline is running and making you do it, you can run forever. It doesn't matter how fit you are. I mean, the only matter is like if your muscles start to tear and your bones crack because you're too fat. If you have adrenaline to run on, your body will allow you to run forever. It will. So,
I don't know
My
enough
point
about
is-
science to dispute that, but that sounds a little far fetched. But either
100
way, either case, we have a dungeon to get back to.
but my argument, to
And
close
all of
it,
a sudden, there's a gorilla in the dungeon.
I run
Let's
in
find
circles-
out, shall we?
if I run in circles for a fucking full hour, just hopped on adrenaline, the gorilla's gonna gas itself out, and then I just jump on it and gouge its eyes out. You know, like. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
There's gotta be a chance for it.
I don't know. Like I think through a
Anyway,
battle
is there a
attrition.
gorilla up here? Hello, is there a gorilla? Gorilla. Is that a charcoal
That's-
gorilla or a propane
Yes, but you're
gorilla?
You're assuming you can outrun a fucking angry gorilla.
Jotty, you have the chance here to go viral 100% next session. We walk into a room. Oh, you walk into a room.
One
You
gorilla.
realize there's also 96 other people in here. Also, there's
And a
giant
gorilla.
silverback gorilla.
Yes,
And
but
the
you are
wall
fantasy
closes
people.
behind you.
You are fantasy people, though.
Yeah, and it
Fantasy
can
people,
be a
yeah.
fantasy giant gorilla, and the other
Yeah,
96
yeah,
people can be
you could use
regular
one of
civilians
those-
who get one shot. It'd be really funny.
You could use one of those animal aspects from the 2024 rules, and it's just a fucking gorilla aspect.
Being cast by Strahd. Let it rip.
Alrighty. So, resuming our dungeon.
Is it a chocolate gorilla?
Fucking Bitsy.
want to go there. I didn't want to go there. Is it a charcoal gorilla or a propane gorilla? Fucking Legends of
I
Evandris
love
cracks me up
Bitsy.
every single time.
All right.
Okay,
Don't
Okay, we're
fucking,
so
you're
back.
in a dungeon.
Okay.
Armor. Yeah.
What about
Desmond.
armor?
Yeah.
Did we find out what that other fire did?
Desmond. Yeah, it wants us to complete the sigil. It says it won't talk to me until we complete the sigil, which I think is pretty fucking rude.
Yeah, onward to the other room that was over here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Meals must have been shared here at one point. You look inside the room and see a long dining table with several chairs placed around. With the age of the room, it still looks fairly clean. And you see crates, barrels, dilapidated over time. The biggest thing that caught your attention is the large clay human shape standing completely still at one side of the room, apparently waiting.
I would bet 100 gold. That's who I was talking to.
I'll take you up on that bet.
Okay. Well, we'd have to complete the sigil to find out. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess sort of look over in this area. So is this thing like completely still or?
Yes.
Hmm.
Well.
Well, Citrine, you bet with Octavius. You wanna inspect this thing?
Sure.
Can I have one of the armor guys go and poke it? Or just head back and win fires and talk to them, whatever the fuck y'all are doing.
No, it's fine.
Okay, Boomhauer.
Pretty sure I'm right. Can I try to, like, if there is a mind in this thing, try to poke at it mentally?
I have a feeling it's a construct.
You poke the mind and you get absolutely no response.
Well,
Its intelligence is
can
a
I-
3, meaning it can't even make a noise with its mouth.
I'll just reach and, like, poke its arm.
Okay. You poke the arm.
See? Told you. If this is the last room in here, and there was one being trying to talk through this flame, it's probably this thing.
You're a bona fide fucking genius.
Thank you. But also that means if we complete the sigil...
He just starts walking out.
Hey! That means if we complete the sigil, she's gonna follow you. That means that maybe it can be our friend like these other ones, right? Right.
Right. I'm burning this down in about T-minus 10 minutes, so...
Well, okay, well then shoot.
Is there
I'm gonna go complete the sigil. Bye.
Is there anything interesting? Here, I'll toss you the blood chuck as you're
Oh.
leaving.
Thank you.
Anything
Dex check.
interesting in the room?
Dex check to
Anything
catch
in
it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
And is there anything where?
Interesting in, like, the grates on the floor, any of the boxes?
The grates, you see body parts
Fantastic.
fully decomposed, not even putting off a smell.
Ah. In the habit of decomposing, are we?
Yeah, Johnny, I'm gonna punch a hole in the top of the barrels and just start putting kindling in there too. We're lighting everything on fire. It's gonna be the world's largest
All right, you
crematorium in about
punch a
T-minus
hole
10
in the
minutes.
punch a hole in the barrel, and wine flows out.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Now this is of interest. Hey,
You're
Octavius,
like, wait a minute.
you think you can rig this to me when I'm dog? Oh shit, I can't fit through these doors as dog. Oh, whatever.
And we can probably roll these out.
Are they rollable or are they? They look like they're on stands.
They're on stands, but
Can
you can
I-
take them off the stands.
Okay. Well, this one has a hole in it, so that'll be my catalyst for these fires.
And there you go.
With
Make
the
a
other
trail
two, we'll
for
take
now.
them. Sure. Fuck it,
Yeah.
I can carry them.
Sure. Having 2 full
Alright,
barrels of unidentified wine.
So you
Can I
guys
Can I taste the wine? Just
are.
make sure it's good.
I do not know if wine truly gets better with age. I also do not know how old it has to be to taste good.
I think there's a point of no return, right? Because eventually alcohol content increases in things that are fermented over time, so eventually
True.
it's gotta just become like booze.
It just becomes vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, what's like the bell curve of where it's bad, becomes good wine,
Hold on.
goes bad?
Let me look up the oldest wine for sale right now. Let's find out. We're gonna do some science.
Probably at least 100 years, at least.
The oldest. There's people who regularly drink 100-plus-year-old wine.
Yep.
Most famous and oldest is the 1540 silver. It's Stein wine from Wurzburg Stein. So somebody drank a wine from 1540 in 1961 and did not get sick, so they're good for a long time.
I love
Octavius, you put a little bit into your mouth. It tastes like chewing gum that has been thoroughly extracted of all flavor.
Not pleasant. Probably not worth taking back.
Just fucking burn it then, man. I'm not carrying that shit back if it's not worth it.
I absolutely forgot I was streaming this screen, so I just streamed that Google search. Desmond, while they are carting these barrels of wine around to burn the place down, what do you do?
I guess I don't know. I guess I'll take the cutlass that I had dipped in the oil and just sort of very lightly poke it against this thing. See
All
what
right.
happens.
It does not respond.
Alright. I will go look over here because it looks like these grates are similar to the ones that the
Yeah, like I
folks-
told them earlier, these have body parts in them, fully decomposed.
Should we let Citrine finish that ritual on her own?
So, Citrine,
She's like full like blood from her eyes, like ah.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
finish the circle.
Yep. You bet.
It immediately begins to glow, and
Okay.
all the shadows in the room, including yours, leave to form a humanoid in front of you, which kneels and says, "Oop, oop, hang on, fucking, where did it go? Damn it."
Well, Octavius.
I see my service is not yet complete. What would you ask of me?
Oh, What is your name?
I am merely the assassin of this compound.
The what?
Sorry, I cannot
Assassin.
understand what you're saying. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay.
Hang on, is this not the one I...
Testing 1, 2, 3.
That is the wrong one.
Very demonic nonetheless.
Is this better? Yes.
Cool. Can you tell me who made you or why you're here?
I was created by the Supreme One and the Brotherhood of the Eternal Giant.
Oh, so, okay. Well, and I'm gonna like check behind me to make sure like nobody's around. Do I hear the other party members or can I not? I don't see them. No, nothing.
No. And you guys also notice that nothing is happening with the clay golem.
I think we started heading back at this point as well.
Yeah. Definitely.
But if the golem hasn't done anything, cool.
I'll say with like a low voice, I also follow the Eternal Giant.
You feel a sharp pain in your mind. Take 3 psychic
Ah!
damage.
Oh shit. Ow.
And the assassin nods.
How can I help you? There's nobody else. There's nobody here. Everyone who was here is gone.
By my estimation, almost 1,000 years have passed since my prior activation.
That sounds about right. What were you all trying to do here? There's the pools of blood in the other room.
The Brotherhood of the Eternal Giant seeks immortality and power through arcane knowledge they believe gifted to us by Plalash, the Eternal Giant.
Right. Okay. Well.
The experiments here were largely successful in preserving some bodies and some parts of consciousness, but ultimately have not yet preserved a complete life indefinitely. My creation is the first success of full consciousness preservation.
Okay. Well, how can I help you? Is there somewhere for you to go? Do you want to stay here? Or...
I am bound to this location. I seek only to provide and do and perform tasks asked of me by the Supreme One of this location. What would you ask of me?
How about first of all, the other people that are currently here, they are my friends. Don't hurt them, but also they don't know anything about me, so don't mention anything to them about me. Second, I guess just keep protecting this place if you could.
I am not here for protection.
Okay. Can you continue the rituals by yourself?
There are no rituals for me to perform.
Okay, mister, I don't know what you need.
I need only perform tasks as designated.
Okay, then just sit there.
If you would like to know what I did previously, I may answer
That would be
that.
helpful. That would be helpful, actually. What?
The last task
What
I
are you
performed.
doing?
The last task I performed was to transport a Minotaur to another location. There was a wayward offshoot group of the Brotherhood that I was to punish with this monstrosity. After which I set fire to various places within their building. I ensured that no one survived.
Okay. Are there any other offshoots that you need to go dispose of?
That was the only one I was informed of. Is there another?
Okay. Not that I know of, no. Not that I know of, no.
I think at this
Well.
point is when the rest of the party shows up. And you started hearing a bit of the conversation.
What does this thing look like?
It looks like the shadows that you fought earlier, but it has a blade at one side and a cloak. The hood is drawn up so you can't see his face, only his like the lower half of his face.
Oh, hi guys.
Hey.
You were just hanging out in here, or who's your friends?
Yeah, this is Assassin. He's pretty cool. He he's just kind of like the other guys.
Mhm.
He's kind of bound here, doesn't really do a whole lot. But he's not gonna hurt you, but he's kind of like everybody all the other stuff.
Right. Will he tell you anything useful, or are you just fucking around out here?
Is he docile?
Indeed.
Yeah.
At least to you.
Cool. Hey, you have anything useful to tell us, or
That depends on the question you ask. I am not all-knowing. I will have you know I am not all-knowing, but I have some intelligence as gathered.
this immortality garbage, this yap in these books, is this shit real at all, or?
What the hell were we?
I do not know. I am the only relative success of full consciousness preservation. I have no memory of my prior life.
Some kind of immortality. Hey, yeah.
I am fully content performing tasks for the Brotherhood.
Right, yeah.
Do you
Why
know
don't we,
where other locations of the Brotherhood are? Possibly one that currently exists.
I am unaware of exact geographical locations for other facilities. I was merely teleported to where I needed to go whenever asked.
So you can get summoned to other places?
I can only be summoned to this location and then be teleported to another. I am not in charge of the teleportation.
Understood.
How's about we just bring this guy and the other two fellas back with us?
I am afraid I cannot leave this location.
Didn't you just say you can be
Unless you-
teleported?
Do you have the means to teleport me? And do you have a task for me to perform?
How are you
Ask maybe, but
teleported?
teleport no. But if you can be teleported, that means you can leave this place.
I don't think he. I think he means he can't
Excuse me.
leave this out of his own will.
That is correct.
Are you teleported using this this symbol, yeah?
Could you
This symbol is the means of my summon.
I mean, would you be able to tell him to, like, help us with our needs? Is that a task?
Wait. I mean, I did ask if you to just kind of patrol and protect this place like the other ones, and he said he doesn't do that. So
Well, then maybe, I don't know, assist us in defeating our enemies?
I mean, if he
Could cast.
I mean, if he can't leave and this place is empty, he can't come with us.
What is causing you to be being unable to leave this facility? Just not having a task given to you?
I suppose it is a combination of lack of tasks and my desire to rest after performing a task.
Desire to rest. What does rest imply for you?
I legitimately don't know how to describe that.
He can't leave.
Like, does he get de-summoned and, like, has to...
Like, circle.
I didn't think this. I thought I thought up everything.
Johnny, if the circle gets destroyed, so does he. He doesn't exist without the circle. He dies if he leaves.
So if we gave you an appropriate task for your stature, you could leave, I would imagine.
Go be a merchant.
After being provided sufficient direction, yes.
A task befitting his skill set. Like, I don't think... I would imagine we can't tell you to go chop firewood. But to tell you to, I don't know, kill Lawrence Merriweather.
You see
Is that
him.
sufficient?
You see him lift his head slightly.
Lance Merriweather, sorry.
Okay, you do correct yourself, Lance Merriweather?
Yeah. Yeah.
A Lance Merriweather exists in this current realm.
Wait.
You wish for me to kill Lance Merriweather.
What do you mean, this realm?
I am not merely bound to this realm, I am also bound to the ethereal plane. If there are any enemies of the Brotherhood on the ethereal plane, I must be able to do battle with them as well.
But you know of a Lance Merriweather.
I am able to locate Lance Merriweather, at least psychically. I cannot determine his geographical location. But if I were given that, I could indeed go to his location and kill him if you so wish.
Why not?
Now, hey, Desmond. Can you come with me real quick?
Sure, I suppose.
Or
Where?
Well, hold off on that task for a moment while we reconvene.
As you wish.
Wait, where are you guys going?
I'm just gonna walk into the lobby where I'm sure none of the ghosts can hear us.
Are we all coming, or did you just want Desmond to go with you?
Well, I asked Desmond. What you guys do is up to you. I'm not gonna tell
Okay,
you.
I'll stay here with my friend.
I suppose I'd probably...
I'm in the lobby, Desmond, by the pools of blood.
Oh.
I mean, if you called inside, I wouldn't have gone with.
So, hear me out. Crazy thought, hearing him say that. Merriweather is evil and all. And I know you're not one to do this. which is why I pulled specifically you aside. I feel like you're the last one to do this out of this group, but I have a sneaking suspicion that if we were to want a change of career at this point on board our precious ship, Cap might not take too kindly to that, given as we now know secrets about immortal life and all that. So we may join our dear friend Richard, whatever the fuck that guy's name was, that deck swab that got his neck snapped
Jack?
and turned into a pile of paste. Yeah, whatever his name
I named
was.
him Jack because he's worth jack shit.
Nice.
So, I'm not gonna say it directly in case you're listening out, but you're catching my drift. If there's a chance to do it, this might be it.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise it's gonna get messy and accountable.
Haven't you been talking this whole time about burning this place to the ground?
Oh, we are. Which is precisely why it's unaccountable, my friend. If we were to do it, this is our shot, but that's why I asked for your knowledge on the subject. You've been on the ocean, I have, and I don't know how these things work. But
I understand what you're getting at, mate, but
you have absolute faith in our captain? Because I do,
well,
to an extent.
you know, aside from the
His cruelty is a
any-
bit concerning, shall we say.
aside from those issues, I mean, I said this to Citrine earlier, and we were dealing with those shadows, but unless you reckon yourself able to build a ship, I don't know exactly how I feel about being stuck on this continent.
I agree, friend, but all I'm saying is if we wanted to do it without traces leading back to us, this would be the chance. Place is going to be burned down. That thing ain't going to exist for another 30 minutes. If it is as scary as it sounds, you know. But I suppose you're right. I just wanted to pitch the idea to the most rational among our group. The least large and angry and small and unconscious of us, as it were.
I understand.
Thank you for hearing me out. That's all. I just wanted to ask to see if it was an option you were interested in. I knew you were the last one to do something like that, so you're the best one to ask. That's all.
If it were up to me, I'd just go back on all this, but yeah, I don't.
I agree. I think making pacts with foreign entities you summon through drawing blood on the ground is not the wisest of decisions, regardless of whether or not the place in which we drew the circle exists after tonight. I think it's perhaps misguided, but I'm not one
Wait.
to judge the decisions of others. I'm simply one to correct them.
What exactly was Ehrman implying? I think I might have.
I got a little lost too. Gotta
He's
admit.
suggesting we send the assassin to kill the captain, because this place is gonna fucking burn down afterwards, and then we take over the ship.
God.
So,
Oh, I see.
'Cause Ehrman is getting a sneaking suspicion that if he were to try to leave the ship right now, they would be killed, because we've now been pulled into some sort of secret pact that the captain wants absolutely nobody to know about, and she's like, it's so fucking top secret that nobody can ever, you know,
Wait, did he make
Yeah.
his name like it was Tom Secret?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, he
Oh,
only
sorry.
ever
I'm not there.
he only talks about it when we're in closed rooms and stuff. And it's shaky about it. So
I mean,
if you were to take over a ship, this would be the chance. But I'm not saying this in character because I don't know if he's listening to us. Regardless, I just thought maybe we'd get rid of that thorn we had talked about previously. If you're not catching my drift, I'm sorry. I'll explain it later. But I don't want to speak any names. I don't know how he works. He might activate based on proximity. If I just say a name, I don't really know. You know. So, regardless, ignore me, man. I was just trying to get your thoughts. That's all.
well, as it is at this stage, yeah. probably the path best avoided for now. And I reckon we'll have more opportunities down the line, and
Understood.
I almost feel as though we have some sort of responsibility. Like I said, I'd rather not have gotten into this, but now that we are, something I feel we should see out.
I agree. But another concern I have, do you think Octavius sends this fucking thing to go kill that guy we've been chasing or whatever, the whole prison camp slave thing? He dies, this thing kills him. You think he's gonna be satisfied? Or do you think he's gotta do it himself? Because I have a sneaking suspicion. If this thing
And now you're
kills
playing
him,
someone
hey,
else's character.
Mm-hmm.
how are we gonna know that this thing killed it? And B,
I mean, that's a
is that
that's a
gonna be enough?
question. That's a question for Octavius now, isn't it?
Oh, I'm not good with people talking, man. I've never been.
You see,
Okay.
from my perspective, if Octavius tells him to go kill him and if the assassin kills him, that's it. I mean, Octavius would be the one to say it, but I see where you're going.
Well, alright. I just want to pick you're rational. I'm not, you know. It's good to have perspective every now and then. That's all.
Aye. We ought to get back over that.
Let's watch him send a demon to go kill somebody, I guess.
Oh, welcome back.
How was your
Everything-
makeout session?
Great. A lot of tongue.
Yeah, your lips look a little chapped, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, trust me, they're plenty.
Damn it, you gotta say that, and now I gotta...
We were making out the blood pool, wouldn't you believe it?
That feels bad.
Wow.
I don't believe that.
We're not covering blood already.
Yeah.
Mm.
I cast that spell pre-digestion.
So, what do you do with the assassin?
That was just me like ballparking. I don't want him. I'm gonna wring that fucker's neck on my own.
Well, you don't even have his geographical location, like he said.
He can give it to. I thought. Can you give us his geographical location?
He said he couldn't determine that.
Oh, he couldn't. Well,
But he can track him down on site.
He's able to psychically determine that Lance Merriweather exists in this realm, but not geographically.
Oh, so he's like the eternal snail. You just send him on the trail, and eventually he'll kill him. He's not.
Well,
like,
do
able to
you-
just-
does
Nope,
the order
no.
have to be to kill, or could I tell you to find out where he is, and then you tell me where he is, so I can kill him?
Do you ask him that?
Yeah.
Reconnaissance would be within my parameters.
What do you guys think? Do we want?
That's up to you. This is your guy.
I mean, but it could come back to us as
Octavius, I'll speak out as the one against. I think this thing is unnatural. It shouldn't exist. I think undeath
That's a little rude.
is a bad thing to deal with, regardless of its nature. And how it got there, it doesn't matter. This thing ain't supposed to be here.
Then yeah.
It feels wrong. It just feels wrong.
Your speech indicates you are not an ally of the Brotherhood of the Eternal Giant.
Oh no, he is. He's
I'm a
just
scholar. I like to study. I'm a nature
Just-
guy. I like to see what goes against nature so I can better understand it. Not
Understood.
just trying to understand you, that's all. That's my opinion.
Good
That's it.
save.
Mm-hmm.
Technically not a save. That's very true.
Well, I feel bad leaving him without a task.
I don't.
Like you said, it's been 1,000 years since the last thing you did.
Hey, friend, can I give you a task? Is it anybody? I don't know how this shit works.
What would you ask of me?
Desmond, you got a task to give it? Because if not, I'll give it a real simple one.
Well, didn't you just say to not give this thing a task?
Oh, I'm gonna give it a task. Just wait.
Could you explain that clay golem in the other room to us?
Smart. You see it pause for a moment. The constructs within this facility are attempts at preserving souls within other life. The clay golem is one of these first attempts. It is much easier, by their deductions, to entrap an elemental spirit within a golem. It seems that this was another failure.
You mentioned being able to detect people in the psychic realm or whatever. Do you feel the presence of any of the members who were around 1,000 years ago in the psychic realm? Any of them still around?
Unless it is doing this psychic search, its head is down. So he lifts his head up. And it takes a while.
I just imagine the Nicolas Cage face going through space, looking through.
I'm thinking of the Doctor Strange and the Time Stone.
Oh yeah.
The former workers of this facility have been destroyed, or their consciousnesses have been preserved somewhat. It appears you have encountered a few of them. As far as still living, I do not detect any, including the Supreme One.
What does that mean? Supreme One. I keep hearing that fucking phrase.
The Supreme One is the master of the Brotherhood of the Eternal Giant. He must have been replaced in this time period.
Yeah, they call him something different now, so I'm just curious if he's got a name. I know it's a moniker. We have a moniker for the current one now that we're studying, but I just...
We were never told of his name, only his title.
Alright, well...
You say he must have been replaced. Does that mean that there must always be a Supreme One?
Sorcerer Supreme.
Seeing as how the Brotherhood has not yet achieved their goals of immortality, it seems likely that they must have continued the tradition of naming one the Supreme One.
Aaron's gonna act like he's taking notes and he's drawing a dick in his notebook.
Is it a human dick or a wolf dick?
Who knows? He doesn't know how to write. That's not a skill he acquired, so it's very rough.
Is there anything typical of the ones who were chosen to lead like that?
I do not know the criteria.
We told you the name of somebody. Would you be able to tell us if they were a current Brotherhood member of the Brotherhood of the Eternal Giant? Or would you have to go and do reconnaissance on them?
I would require reconnaissance in that regard. I'm able to locate a person by their name. I am unable to diversify their affiliations.
I'd turn to Aramin and I'd whisper and I'd be like, do you think this is whispered, by the way. I'm just speaking it loudly. I'm stage whispering.
Right.
Mhm.
You don't think like the captain is a member of this brotherhood, do you?
Octavius, I'll be entirely honest with you, as I'm going to attempt to be with the others in the future, but you're the one I can trust because we've been together the longest. None of this shit is natural or adds up, so it doesn't really matter to me whether it's one way or the other. I think someone seeking immortality is naturally evil as it stands.
Yeah, but like he seemed relatively against like bad things. Like he let us go and save,
I
what was her
agree.
name?
I agree to an extent. You have not been punished for our rash actions that me and you specifically have taken in the past, but that's not to say that he's without fault. And also, entirely possible I'm on board with you, but perhaps a question for another day. As
Maybe he doesn't know that it requires all these like sacrifices and things. Maybe
in
once
my
he...
you're catching on. My concern is if he was faced with that decision, he's not hesitating. So,
or maybe he is just like a collector of knowledge. Maybe he isn't seeking eternal life. Maybe he's just searching for adventure.
I don't know about you, but I've not met many collectors of knowledge who can snap one's neck with one hand. That's all I'm gonna say. So
But he is a pirate too, so
It's the occupation pirate that grants you that ability,
yeah.
not the fact that you're half dragon.
I think scholar is the subclass.
Yeah,
Like-
he's got 2 in wizard. He's got 17 in fighter.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got Eldritch Knight and wizard. Well, I'm not going to speak about this. I think you should confer with the others. My opinions on this topic are wide and contrived at the moment, and I think I need time to consider more before I make a firm stance on it. And matter of fact, that's what I was talking about with our dear Desmond when we left the room. Basically the same thing, just a little different.
I would turn to Citrine and Desmond. I'm like, do you guys need anything from him? I turned to the assassin. I'm like, are we able to free you from your service?
You may dispel the symbol.
I got a command for you. You ready? Release your grasp on the mortal realm. Return to the ethereal entirely. That's your command. Figure it out.
A form of suicide. I understand.
No. I'm just asking you to release your grasp. You're here and you're not supposed to be, and you know that. Just like
He said I understand.
Any objections? That was my command. That's what I had planned.
It appears my service is at an indefinite end in that case.
Yes, sir.
At ease, soldier.
So, with no word, it reaches over, takes its sword, and drags it along its throat, and dissipates.
Does it leave anything behind, Johnny, or is it just...
You little loot goblin.
Oh no, I'm trying to find its remains, if there are remains, to bury them peacefully, but... Or return them to nature.
I am willing to give a sort of hint. Should one of you pass either an Arcana or a Medicine check with a high DC of 20.
Okay.
I am neither good at wisdom.
Okay, I got 5.
Hear me out.
It's not me, chat.
Oh!
That's bad.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Let's go! MVP!
I'm Arcana-ing so hard right now.
Yeah. Got a blast.
18 on the die.
I just kind of I mostly wanted to write this part in as sort of fun and see if you guys would figure it out. The reason that he cannot be summoned elsewhere, the reason that there was a chalk of blood, this circle and that chalk are his blood.
Oh.
Oh.
We're so
Hey.
dumb.
No, you're not dumb.
How does this?
Wait,
How
what
does
was
this
the wait?
work,
What was
guys?
the what was the shock of blood?
The chalk.
Oh, chalk of
Blood chalk
okay.
was his blood. All of it was his blood.
His. It's his. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Just a little fun thing
now
I
that-
wrote.
Now that that's handled, because I feel like the session is about to end. This is in character. I'm saying this. I'm breaking the fourth wall, staring into the camera. I would, before we depart, now that we've looted everything, I would ignite the bundles of sticks in the wine barrels, underneath the covers, and in the chests we dragged underneath the creatures to essentially turn this place into the world's largest crematorium oven. And
Did we
burn
find
everything
what
down.
we needed? Was that book in the first room we went to the info that we needed?
I think so. Because there's nothing. We went through.
I can't
everything.
even remember what we were supposed to fucking look for.
The
I
book.
think
Anything.
It was the book.
It was just the
It
book.
was
Oh,
anything.
just anything. Okay.
We have info from the ghosts and shit. We know how it works now. It's got
Mhm.
a lot of human sacrifice. We grabbed the book on our way out. We burned the whole place to the ground, and nobody's ever the wiser.
Well,
All right.
after you, gentlemen. I'm gonna be the last to leave this room, and I'm gonna make sure nobody's looking at me. And Citrine's just gonna throw up a little like prayer, not really like a prayer because she's not a cleric, but
A
like a little like
supplication.
yeah, like a
Start speaking Latin.
to her comrade, I guess, technically. So
All right.
and out she goes.
So,
And then I was just gonna say before we like completely leave this place, I was gonna try to stick my hand in the fire and command the dudes to just follow and protect and see if they leave with us.
they will not leave the facility. And I'll let you figure out why that is.
Because those pools of blood are their blood. That's
Yeah.
exactly
We
why.
have a winner!
Ding, 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 ding.
I guess before we leave, then I would dip the double-bladed scimitar in the stuff
Okay.
in the darkness pool.
God, that thing is huge. I'll say that is also a D6.
How long is the question? Because there's no way he just gave us a plus D6 on every attack. He will regret that.
Or we will just go against even harder encounters.
Tarask next
Bro,
session.
plus
incoming.
1d6 on a weapon that has both an attack and bonus action on it. That's fucking brutal.
Yeah, I'm
That's
a
like
rogue.
a meat grinder.
I'm a
weapon.
rogue. I need it.
It means you can roll a 1.
Jotty, please put crunchy crits back on so that
No.
way we get million damage.
No. The answer is no.
Could you, if crunchy crits were enabled, I would have been dead outright
Oh,
to that.
That's
psychic
exactly
attack.
that's exactly why.
Dude, if crunchy crits were on, I would have been dead too.
It is always
I would've
it is
died.
always going to be funny to me that shadows are listed at 1/2 challenge rating.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When
That's
they can do
nuts,
that.
Actually.
They have a
I
high
mean, it's only
AC,
the-
high chance to hit, do a lot of damage, and sap your strength until you die.
Don't they only have like 8 health though? They're like
16.
really low, but it's oh damn, that's way higher.
But they're also resistant to a
non-magical.
shit ton of things.
So
So
non-magical and fire.
So essentially, they have 32 health.
Yeah.
that's true.
Again, why is that listed at 1/2 rating?
Because radiant damage instantly kills them, pretty much. But other than that, I
Yeah, we don't have a lick of radiant
relies
damage
it
among us.
relies
How many-
entirely on a cleric and a
How
paladin.
many clerics only think of Sacred Flame as their radiant source of damage? And how dexterous are shadows?
Yeah, that's true.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
that is their saving throw. They get +6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again,
Yeah.
why is it listed at 1/2?
Yeah. I mean, the same could be. There's a ton of D&D creatures that's the case. Roper, I think, is another. one.
I think they
Way
determine
off
it
guard.
based. They determine it based on it being if it was just one of that monster.
Yeah.
Even one of that sucks.
Well, no, because action economy would dictate that
If we were all
it's-
level ones, we would beat its ass. Like
it,
wouldn't even be
a
close.
party of level 1 characters against one shadow would be okay.
Yeah.
But the problem is shadows one attack like one attacking one like if one shadow was on each of us, sure. But the moment 2 shadows start attacking one target, it gets out of hand quick.
So,
Goodbye, Twitch people.
you all set fire to the facility, and like an action movie, you walk away as it burns behind you.
Hey, Johnny, I know cigarettes aren't a thing in this world. Can I smoke one while I walk away
Sure.
Yeah.
without looking at it?
They got that long bottom leaf.
You then hear a bit of rumbling as one of the casks explodes in a fire explosion. And you hear as something chases you,
Uh,
Gollum?
the clay golem.
The clay golem.
Clay
Oh, he's pottery now, guys. He's hardened.
So he's even stronger now.
Well, no, now he's
He's-
fragile. He can crack. Couldn't crack previously. Now he can.
So, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't make sense for it to suddenly follow you out of nowhere. No.
I turned this citrine. 100 gold.
Yeah. By the way. Okay. So
Fine.
it burns down behind you. Your consciousnesses, well, those of you that have that specific thought process, are at ease that obscene laboratory is destroyed. And you only need to make the trek back to the ship. And that is where we will pick up next time. Thank you to everyone that watched, that does watch on YouTube and whatnot. And thank you to you for. It is always a pleasure to run for you. Please leave a like, follow, subscribe, and all that jazz. Thank you very much. Bye.
Sevens, bye.